If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You never know what is a star like another city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
That man's happy this morning. That man is happy this morning.
Oh, yeah.
He's not quibbling at all, Leroy.
Nope.
And what is to quibble about? These fish, baby. Smitten with the fish, Leroy.
They're back to 500. And that in itself is one hell of an accomplishment. Being that at one point, there were 15, 16 games under 500?
Hasn't been done since 2014. Being 16 under 500 and getting back to 500 by the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah. There you go.
What a weekend. I mean, first of all, Friday might have been the greatest game you've ever seen in your life. I don't mince words when I say that. It was incredible. They won 13-12.
Home run derby.
Kind of. I mean, like it was one of those games where, you know, Stan gets going with a real piss whistle and they're down 6-0 before the blink of an eye. You're like, I don't know how this weekend's going to go. And just like it's been all year for them, walk-off after walk-off, they just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And eventually, you have the ninth inning. They got down 6-0. I think they got down 9-4. They get a grand slam by Kyle Stowers to bring him right back in.
Of course they did.
Yeah, I mean, like the guy's been friggin' incredible this year. Really, really unbelievable. So he gets it to 9-8. Then Javier Sanoja hits his second home run of the game. And you're just like, back-to-back jacks to get him in. And then they get down again, 12-10. And you're like, whew, this may be too much. But not for these fish. Not for these fish. Because old dum-dum there in right field forgot to put his glove down. Bad News Bears style. The fish are rounding the bases. Evens it up at 12-12. And then Agustin Ramirez hits a ball about 2 feet. And Xavier Edwards scores from third. It was incredible.
For the craziest thing about that game, for as hard as people were hitting the ball in that game, the game winner was the opposite of a piss whistle.
It was like
he dropped a deuce.
Yeah, it was like the dribble you have when you have a tough time going in the morning, Leroy. That's what it was. Like it was not a steady stream at all there from Agustin Ramirez. But the next day, this is what made it even sweeter. The next day, Ramirez, what a day. You know, Yuri Perez goes out there, gives you 6 shutout innings. But Ramirez gives you not 1, but 2 ding-dongs, 2 huge tater tots, solo shots to give the fish the lead. And then on top of that, you have all of New York being upset at Jazz Chisholm because he got doubled off of first base, which I didn't even know was possible. He had a pop-up to second base, and he was like, he thought what was going to happen was
he was going to drop it.
That Edwards was going to drop it, so he was too far off. But the problem was Edwards caught it and zinged him off first base. And so he had to do the walk of shame, Jazz Chisholm, down the tunnel with like Aaron Boone being like, what were you thinking there? And then you had to have Aaron Boone reprimand his first base coach. Whew. So we basically got to see old Petey Prospects, old Big Balls Bendix going down there. And he's like, you see this trade? You see that? I traded for that guy. For that guy. The guy who embarrassed himself. For the guy who gave you 2 home runs. That was me. That was me.
You know what? Sometimes when you're so good, you overlook the minor details of the sport. And I think that's what happens to the Yankees. Like, they're so good and they're so powerful on offensive end that, like, they have some of the dumbest mistakes, man.
Well,
holy smokes.
It was really impressive. And the Marlins had a great series defensively, especially from Graham Pauley. I mean, he had some incredible plays at third base for them this weekend. And then yesterday, let me tell you something, dude. I could tell you a lot of things. Brittany, I could tell you a lot of things about the Marlins. You weren't losing on Jack McKeon Day. That wasn't happening. You weren't losing on Jack McKeon Day. No. This man gets up there at 94 years old and gives you the goosies with his speech. 94, still spitting. And I'm like, they're not losing today. It's just not happening. It's not happening. And you had Edward Cabrera, who did not get traded, by the way. This was the most exciting thing coming back from my vacation. The only guy who got traded was Jesus Sanchez, and they basically replaced him with a guy who's better because Jacob Marcy comes up from the minors, and he's, like, incredible. This guy's the greatest hitter I've ever seen in my life. He has the plate discipline of Barry Bonds. I'm like, what is this guy? This guy just walks 1,000 times and just gets doubles and triples? This is what he does? I got to tell you. We got the old sneaky intangibles. Sneaky.
Yeah?
Oh, he can fly. He can fly.
He can fly.
He can fly. So, and they keep doing the thing. We're going to talk to Kelly Saco from Fanduel Sports Florida. We'll talk to her a little bit about this, but they keep going to Jacob Marcy's family, and his mother is so adorable because she is so nervous every at bat, and this kid's killing it. It's not like he came up and got the hat trick. Right. This kid just done nothing but rake since he's come up. He either gets walks or doubles. That's all he's been doing his first series here. And every time they go to her, she's so nervous.
That's what moms do.
That's what moms do. It was adorable. And then you just had, Jack McKeon spitting in the booth with Tommy Hutton. And Tommy Hutton had himself a weekend, dude. Because T-Hut, let me tell you something. He loves razzing New York. Oh, does he love? He loves getting after the Mets fans. And he loves getting after the Yankees fans. Because they go after the Marlins come back and they tied at 12. They go to this one sad Yankees fan in the stands, Leroy, who's like, he's just so, and Tommy Hutton he's tickled. Like I couldn't go to his bare feet and tickle his feet and get a better reaction to this.
Put it this way. It almost seems like you enjoyed it so much because it's kind of what you would have done.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes Tommy that is what makes Tommy Hutton the GOAT. Do you have Tommy Hutton, Brittany? This was incredible. I mean, Tommy Hutton, this was on FanDuel Sports Florida this past weekend. Tommy Hutton just razzing New York fans.
Give me a couple of more looks like that. Come on, give them to me. Thanks for coming, though.
Why is he so angry?
No, that's because it's just quintessential Tommy Hutton. He's just like, he's in the moment. That's why he's the GOAT. That's what it's one of those things. Like, he's just one of those guys. Like, he's gonna support his fish and he's gonna razz the fan base because look, the building was rocking this week. They had over 100,000 people, sold out every game. It was Goosies galore, but it was yes, it was a ton.
Was it more Yankees fans?
I'm sure it was a ton of Yankees fans, but I will tell you, when the Marlins did good things, that building was rocking.
Right.
So I do think there's an element that's like, hey, people want to see this show. There's plenty of, I'm sure, families that are divided of like New Yorkers who come down here and they decide New York is still the best, even though I don't like to live there. And then there are people who, actually root for their team in their town. And it was a rocking atmosphere. But yes, it was very hilarious when by the end of the eighth inning yesterday, it was rats off a ship and they all hightailed it out of there. It was delightful. And I got to tell you, Leroy, they don't trade Sandy, who's pitching tonight. They don't trade Edward Cabrera. Yuri Perez is looking like a baller. Cal Quantrill and Jansen Junk. And I mean, this bullpen, we got a dude who slaps himself in the face when he comes out of the bench. This is something straight out of Major League. And Tyler Phillips, he's like, I'm just like, oh my God, this guy is crazy. We have a dude.
Aren't relievers or closers? They have a little bit of.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, some of them are squirrely.
Yeah.
Some of them are real. They have accessories. They're squirrely. But it was. I mean, they had a great weekend too. I mean, between him, Ronnie Enriquez striking out Stanton yesterday, and then we had, yesterday we brought in Lake Bacher, who's my favorite because his name is Lake and he looks like Duck Dynasty, and he comes out there and he basically mows him down in the ninth inning. It was a delight.
One of the things about listening to your recap is you're the only person that could take a team that just got to 500 and use Duck Dynasty in the explanation and the recap of the game.
Yes, but I'm not wrong.
So he's got the long beard.
Long beard, mustache, crazy eyes, Duck Dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just telling you. Anyway.
So he's probably a hunter.
I would imagine so. I don't know.
Him and Zach Sieler hanging out.
Oh, rich Zach Sieler.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zach Sieler. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. We'll take a break. We'll talk about that Zach Sieler deal. Kelly Saco going to join us later on this hour. Talk about them fish. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Monday. Good to be back with everybody. We're going to talk some Marlins coming up later on this hour with Fanduel Sports Florida's Kelly Saco, Marlins reporter. You guys can catch her, Kyle Stowers, Tommy Hutton tonight. You got Marlins and Astros as the Marlins will look to get over 500 tonight with the Sandman on the hill.
Another tough series too.
Yep, another tough series, although they did just get swept by the Red Sox.
You know what's amazing? We've said this now for the last 3 weeks. The Brewers, they played the Astros. When they go out to the Padres.
Yep, Yankees.
The Yankees, and now the Astros. If you chalk up what their record has been against these teams, that Milwaukee has the best record in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the Padres are. You know what the Yankees are. And who else? And who they have one more series in there. And now they have the Astros. Like, they're competing with anybody in baseball.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about because the other team is playing bad. No,
Nope.
They're playing better.
They're playing tremendous. They're playing tremendous, and they've been racking up series wins, 6 straight series wins, which is a franchise record. They're playing. This is the best record that they've had over, I think, a 44 game span since 2003. And yeah, it's not crazy to look at where they're at and how they're playing and think that a playoff run is there. I know it looks daunting to see, all the teams above them in the wild card, but it's not even crazy to talk about the division. It's only 7 games, and they're going to get a lot of games against those teams.
So if they go 32, 33, and 17 or 18, that's going to get them close.
So that would put them at 87 wins.
I think I want to say 90 is the number, right? To maybe get a wild card. But yeah, man, if they get over 85 wins, 87, anywhere between 85 and 90 wins, like, I got nothing but I'm going to be overjoyed because of where they started, how they finished, and more importantly, like, it almost seems like the team has recognized the talent on this team and they want to see it through.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
I wonder if that's because it's cheap.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that it's cheap. It doesn't hurt.
You know
It
what
definitely
I mean?
doesn't. It definitely doesn't hurt that it's cheap. But these guys are like cheap, except for Sandy.
Right.
But I love the fact, like, when we got the news that Sandy wasn't going anywhere, which, by the way, you were very sassy on the text. I was not happy about that. I was not happy about that. That was not nice of you. That was not nice of you.
Let's get a third party here. Brittany, here's what I said. I said the Marlins probably had what they wanted for return. Like what they wanted to get if they decide to trade Sandy. Teams were probably making offers based on how he pitched all year, and just because he turned it around in the last 2 games, meaning that we're not paying top dollar or giving you top prospects for Sandy. And the Marlins like, no, thank you. And he goes, and then they come out right at like 5:30 and say, we're not trading Sandy. I'm like, well, duh. Like,
why
you're not
duh?
trading
Like,
because you didn't get what you
yeah,
wanted.
but you still had a half hour left.
Stop.
You don't know
dude.
that's the
Come
trade
on.
deadline is not 5:30. It's 6.
Come on.
You act like
So,
you're Buster
listen,
Olney all of a sudden.
Wait. I'm happy that they kept Sandy.
I am too.
Right? We were talking about this before. Sandy's been struggling, so at least he'll be with the Marlins because we really love
Though
Sandy.
he has been good his last 2 starts.
But he's been good his last 2 starts. But I like what the Marlins did because in the past, we've traded top players and gotten garbage back. Really garbage just to get rid of them. And they stayed true to what they thought was a fair trade. And if they didn't get it, fine. But then don't make this announcement because you could have made this announcement a week ago. If you weren't listening, you could have said it a week ago.
Well, the buzz was they were listening. They
All
were
right.
listening.
So there's nothing wrong with what I said.
You were sitting here like you're Ken Rosenthal, be like, knew it the whole time. You didn't know.
Right.
You didn't know.
They weren't going to get what they wanted for Sandy. Because any team that would try to trade for Sandy is not going to give top prospects based on this season.
All right, whatever
That's
you say.
fair assessment.
Whatever you say, Eater Gammons.
I'm not. I'm just saying. That's a real take, a common sense take. Stop trying to make it sound like I'm out there on a limb. I'm not.
We'll take a break. We'll talk Marlins coming up. Kelly Sago is going to join us, and lots to get to, obviously, from a busy weekend. I got to tell Leroy why well, anytime something happens with me in the ocean, I immediately think about Leroy mocking me. So I can't deal with that either. But lots to get to here on the show. But Kelly Sago will talk some fish with her coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here on 560 WQAM. Taking you guys up until 2 here on the program. Been starting this hour talking about what an incredible weekend it was down at Lone Depot Park. And we're going to get more in depth with it now. We're going to go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And you can visit them at toyotaofhollywood.com. And there from Fanduel Sports Florida, Miami Marlins reporter Kelly Saco joining us there on the program. Kelly, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Excited to talk about the Marlins.
Yeah.
They're on fire right now. This was Kelly, that was an incredible weekend. Just all of it, I guess just big picture. Like what did these 3 games feel like? Because the atmosphere was incredible. The guys were, just up for the challenge. They've been playing incredible right now. What stood out to you from this weekend?
I think a little bit of everything, really. The way that this young team handled that environment was just bar none. They saw that, and they saw that as an opportunity to be like, okay, hey, we've got this audience. Let's show everybody what we've already known all season. We are a real baseball team. We are a good baseball team, and now we're going to prove it in front of everyone. That's exactly what they did.
When you one of the things that I've been loving on the post game interviews, they're all kind of doing it together. They kind of got like an OKC Thunder vibe going on to them right now. Like they all seem like they're in on it together. How much have you seen that grow over these last 6 weeks where they've been getting just playing great baseball, the cohesiveness they seem to have as a team?
Yeah, that really is the biggest thing about this team this season. It's not just one guy that they rely on. It's everybody. Everyone has gotten in on the action. And I think it really speaks to the fact that this team, they're so young. All of these guys are going through a lot of new things all at the same time, and they've all really united. They're going through it together, and they really do love each other. It's got such a great chemistry in there in that clubhouse, and you can see it on the field. And when one guy has a bad day, Jansen Junk, he has been phenomenal for the Marlins in the starting rotation. Was originally supposed to be a guy out of the bullpen, came out on that Friday night game, struggled, gave up the 6 runs against the Yankees, but his hitters picked him up in that situation. This is a guy whose pitching had been phenomenal, and he had picked up the hitters in the first time. So it's like when one guy has a bad game, there's always going to be somebody new to pick them up. So again, it's not just the same guy that we're interviewing, we're talking to every single day. It's really up and down that lineup. Off the bench, a guy like Javi Sanoja, who is,
my God,
he's 150 pounds soaking wet, guys. He hit 2 home runs, one right down the right field line, another one right down the left field line in that big win on Friday. I mean, it's somebody different every single day, and it's really been so much fun. Again, this is a group that really loves each other. They support each other, and that's a really big reason why they're having so much success, because, they're really behind each other day in and day out.
Kelly, do you kind of have the feeling that this is going to be like not a short-term thing? Because we've seen the Marlins over the years, soon as a young prospect or a young player starts to find his way and gets really good, then we trade him for new prospects, and the prospects never pan out, very rarely. Does this look like a team or organization that says, you know what, we got some young players, they're all starting to grow together, let's see where this goes?
What you're looking at are the prospects that we got from all the trades that they made last year.
Right.
And that's speaking towards it. This is Peter and his team deserve so much credit.
Absolutely.
I understand. Listen, everyone understands the fans' frustration. I was born and raised here in South Florida, in Miami. So we get it. We understand that, okay, you're trading everyone over. Is this actually going to work this time? Everyone understands the frustration. But Peter and his team really hit. I mean, look what they got. Trevor Rogers, love him to death, having a good season. He's starting to turn things around with Baltimore. We got Kyle Stowers. We got Connor Norby. And we got another guy in that trade. And look at what a big piece. Connor Norby on the IL right now, out for the rest of the season. But Kyle Stowers has meant so much to this team, not just on what he's doing offensively, but also he's become such a leader in the turnaround. And these guys see things in these players that you don't necessarily see from the results. They like to look at things like chase rate, walk rate. A guy like Marcy, who came over in the Luis Arraez trade. This guy's been on base in his first 3 big league games 8 times. He's got 3 doubles and a triple. He's walked 5 times. I mean, it's incredible. Those are the things that they say, okay, we see the quality in these guys, and we're going to develop those because we believe that these qualities will add up to successful big league players. And we're starting to see it. Peter deserves a lot of credit. This coaching staff deserves a lot of credit. And of course, the players deserve a lot of credit because they're in there putting in the work. But again, you asked, is this going to be a long-term thing? Look at their minor leagues. We've got one of the best pitching staffs right now in Major League Baseball. That's really what they've been riding on over this last couple of months. Mm-hmm. We have even more pitching in the minor leagues. There's more guys coming up who are doing things that have never been done across Major League Baseball in the minor leagues. You got Thomas White, you got Robbie Snelling, guys who are waiting still for their opportunity, who are dominating at the minor league level. That's something this organization did not have in the past. They would have some pieces at the major league level, but they had nothing coming up behind them. So that's what Peter and his team has really done. They've stocked up that minor league level. So this could be a long-term thing and not just a short-term thing.
What was the vibes like coming into Friday? Because we get the news that Sandy's not getting dealt, Edward Cabrera's not getting dealt, and so there is kind of a level of confidence that comes there from the front office too, that they're going to kind of roll the dice on this. So did you feel like, that meant something to the team that they kept? I know, Jesus Sanchez got dealt, but keeping Sandy, who's such a leader for this team, and Edward is having such a great season, what do you feel like that did for them?
When you asked me that, I literally got chills because knowing how excited this group was to stay together, like I mentioned, they love each other. Sandy wants to be here. Edward Cabrera wants to be here. There are guys in the past didn't want to be here. These guys want to be in Miami. They believe in what they have going on here. When Sandy came into the clubhouse, he went straight into the offices, hugged all the coaches, hugged everyone. I have not seen such a happy Sandy Alcántara all season. He was so thrilled. And he has gone through so much, guys. Yeah. He's coming off Tommy John surgery. This is someone who has worked harder at taking care of his body and at his craft more than anyone I've ever seen. So coming back the way he did and the struggles he did was really not anticipated. So coming through that and then knowing in the back of his head, all these trade rumors, he told me that the entire day he just had he was just on his phone looking his rumors. His name keeps popping up. He said once that all ended, he could take a deep breath. He's going to start today. He's coming off of 2 really good starts. I really do believe that now that that's in the past for him, it's really going to unlock something for him moving forward. So again, he was so happy. We've got video of Edward Cabrera hugging all the coaches too on the mound after his session, his bullpen session that they had, his live session on the field. These guys are happy to be here. They want to be here. They believe in what they have together and they want to see it through.
Can we stop saying same old Marlins? Because it does seem to be like they not only have a short-term plan, but it seems like they have a long-term plan. And even though they're considered to be a cheap franchise and not spending a lot of money, you can't be disappointed by the product. You can't you cannot watch the Marlins and be excited and enthusiastic and know that your team has a chance to win every night.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Look what this team did against the New York Yankees.
Never done it.
They have the best. This is a wonderful stat that I got from our radio guy, Jack McKeon. There's only one team in Major League Baseball who has a winning record at both the regular season and the postseason against the New York Yankees. That team's the Miami Marlins.
It was great. And you weren't losing on Jack McKeon Day either. I mean,
how perfect. And here's another thing that's just like so poetic, right?
Oh,
Jack
it was so good. It was
right,
listening to him and Tommy Hutton just chop it up in the booth yesterday. It was so great. I mean, it was just like it was almost like the game wasn't even going on. That he was just like reminiscing. I can't believe at 94 years old how sharp he is and like how much stuff he can still pick up. It was crazy.
I love it. I talked to so many guys leading up to it. I talked to Juan Pierre. I talked to Dontrelle Willis just about the leader that Jack McKeon was, and they were just gushing about him. I told the story on air last night, but Dontrelle Willis, he was obviously a pivotal part of that 2003 World Series championship team, Rookie of the Year, an all-star, finished the regular season with like a 3.3 ERA. Postseason, though, if the fans might not remember, really struggled. His first 4 outings gave up 12 earned runs. He was really down in his luck going into that Yankees World Series. Jack McKeon came to where he was sitting on the plane and said, "Hey, listen, we don't win this thing without you. We don't win this without you." And Dontrelle told me that gave him all the confidence in the world that he can go forward and not be worried that he's going to mess everything up for everyone. And he went on to pitch 3 2/3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen against that Yankees team, that 2003 World Series championship team. Juan Pierre told me that guy, that Jack McKeon, was so much older than this young team. They used to call him grandpa, but he had such a way of leading with a stern hand, but loving you just as much, holding them accountable, but also putting an arm around them and saying, hey, I got you and I believe in you. And it was just really, really great honoring him. It was great seeing them complete the sweep. First time in Marlins history, a 3-game sweep of the New York Yankees. And how fittingly so. Those 2003 Marlins were 16 games under 500 when they came back and they won that World Series. This Marlins team, 16 games under 500. They're now back at 500 for the first time since April 15th. So it's incredible, like the parallels between those two teams.
There's no team really running away with it like in years past. I mean, you look at, I think the best record in baseball was the Brewers. They were like, what, 66-44. That's only 11 games. And so although we're sitting here looking like, because normally it takes 95, like it might not take that much to get into the postseason.
So that's funny that you mentioned the Brewers. So the Brewers, hottest team in Major League Baseball when the Marlins went into Milwaukee. Marlins took 2 of those 3 games. Marlins were walked off on that Sunday game. I have never seen this team angrier after they did not sweep the best team in Major League Baseball. They have a new expectation. I asked this to Clayton. They have now won 6 consecutive series. That ties a franchise record from the 1997 team, which was stacked, right? The 1997 Marlins team. Mm-hmm. That team was supposed to win, okay? They built that team to win. They tied their franchise record. I asked Clayton McCullough what changed over these last 6 series. He said, there's a new expectation that they hold themselves to. They show up to the ballpark expecting to win baseball games. So when they left Milwaukee and they didn't sweep, they were angry. They're like, we should have swept this team. We're looking at them like, that's the hottest team in Major League Baseball. Edward Cabrera laughed. Not Edward Cabrera, it was Eury Perez. I was about to interview him, and I was just kind of giving him a little background in Spanish of what we're going to talk about. And I was like, we're talking about playing against the hottest team in baseball. He laughed and cut me off and goes, hottest team in baseball? We're the hottest team in baseball.
I like that.
Love that confidence. I was like, Yuri, that's what I like to hear.
And he's another, like, I think the one thing that I love about having Sandy still around, he's still so young. You're like, I'm happy that he's still got, that he still got Sandy around, Kelly, to lean on. Like, because this is going to be a grind for him when he gets down to August, September. And I just feel like it's important to have somebody to lean on like Sandy. And it's going to be so beneficial because he's been dealing lately. It's been very impressive to see what Perez has been doing.
He's got a 2.7 ERA. People aren't talking about him. They're talking about Jake Misarowski. No offense to him. Again, great. You've got Paul Skeens. Again, a couple really young, great arms. No one's talking about Eury Perez. He's younger than them. Right. And he's coming off Tommy John surgery. It's incredible. It's like they almost forgot about him, which is fine. And these guys are so fine with that. They're like, all right, forget about us. That's fine. We're okay with that. We believe in us. No one believed in us. We believe in us. That's all that matters. And you make a great point too. Sandy has become not just a best friend, a mentor to Eury. Eury had been wearing Sandy's glove the entire season as a tribute to Sandy because he didn't know how much longer they would be playing together. And he had gone to Sandy and said, hey, I want your glove. And Sandy's like, wait, I've got a lot of personal messages on this. He goes, exactly. He goes, I want something as a tribute to you and what you have meant to me as a teammate and as a friend. And the fact that I'm allowed to wear your glove out there with all the personal tributes that Sandy has to his family members, he goes, that is an honor, and I want to honor you, and I don't know how much longer we're going to be playing together. And that was something that happened in the beginning of the season.
So they all thought he was going to get traded.
Everyone thought he was going to
get traded. Kelly,
look at the tea leaves.
I know you can. Were you thinking like us? Or like, man, Sandy's struggling. Probably means he's not going to get traded.
I mean, you think, okay, listen, I was thinking more of the lines of Peter and his team know what Sandy is worth despite the struggles.
Go ahead.
Despite the struggles. And they're not going to let the 2022 Cy Young Award winner walk for a bucket of baseballs. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And they're like, oh, okay, you guys are going to say Sandy's struggling and he's not worth this? Absolutely not.
You believe me now? You believe me now, Tobin? I said
Leroy,
the same.
I love the fact that you are acting like you're Ken Rosenthal all of a sudden, like you were in the hot
It was
stove
just-
of
it
what
was
was
com-
going on.
it was
I'm
common
telling you, on
sense.
trade day, everybody was scaring me because they're like, there's monster Yankees
No.
trades. They're snooping around. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get this news, and I didn't get relief until like 5:45 when Mish tweeted out that he wasn't getting traded. I was terrified he was gonna get dealt.
But here's the difference, and I think everybody should understand this. Here's what I see is the difference. Is that years past, Sandy would have got traded even if it was for a bag of donuts. They would have because they would have said, okay, we don't want to pay whatever we're paying. But Peter went into it saying, this is what he's worth to us. We're not taking anything less than that. And if not, we're fine keeping him. That's a big change.
Absolutely. I agree. Peter and his team deserve a lot of credit. They really do.
In the midst of it, one of his best trades they did make, you mentioned Kyle Stowers. As we're doing this, it was just announced that he's National League Player of the Month.
Yes, I had to sit on that one to make sure it was announced. Yes. I was like, okay, right before we leave, I'll announce that. But yes, Kyle Stowers, so deserving what he has done. It makes it even more impressive, given what the struggles that he had coming over from Baltimore in 2024. He struggled mightily. He was very, very open about his struggles too. People forget the personal side to this. He had to move him and his wife, his young guy, over to Miami. You're learning a new league. You're trying to find somewhere to live. You're trying to get your feet under you. You're learning an entire new team, a new coaching staff. There's so much that goes into it. It's not easy. Kyle Stowers struggled mightily during spring training. And I'm going to tell this story because I think it's phenomenal. And again, the coaching staff deserves so much credit. Kyle deserves so much credit. Kyle was putting so much work in during spring training, wasn't seeing the results. Okay. He was going through it, and he gets a call from our assistant hitting coach, Derek Sherman. And Derek calls him up and says, hey, on an off day, hey, how you doing? You panicking a little bit? Kyle's like, I wouldn't say I'm panicking, but whatever it is you think I feel, I'm probably feeling right now. And Derek Sherman was like, okay, you know what? How about this? Come in tomorrow early. Come in an hour early. Before everyone's here, let's work. Let's do that. He came in early. 45 minutes he sat down there with Pedro, our head hitting coach, and Derek Sherman. And they instilled their confidence in him. And they said, we believe in you. Okay? The results are going to come. What you're doing in the cages, what you're doing in batting practice, it's showing us that the results are going to come. We promise. And we believe in you. We don't care about these spring training numbers right now. We're seeing the work you're putting in. We believe that you can do this. Kyle said that changed everything for him. Knowing that he had them like in his corner, really changed. He's like, okay. And it helped him take a deep breath. Look what he's done. He's the National League Player of the Month. 10 of his 25 home runs have come in the month of July. He had a 3-homer game against his former team, heading to the All-Star game. I mean, how poetic is that? That team trades you. You hit 3 home runs against them, and then you hop on a plane to your first All-Star game. Yeah. He's become a leader, and just what he has done on the field speaks for itself. It really does. And it couldn't happen to a better person too. What a good human being Kyle Stowers is.
Kelly, we appreciate all the time. What can everybody check out from you this week on the Marlins broadcasts?
I will be on radio for these next 3 games, which we're going to be hosting the Houston Astros, but I'll be back on the television side on a very long road trip. We'll have 5 games in 4 days from Atlanta. So hopefully the Marlins can keep things going. I definitely believe they can.
Well, you do awesome work. Go check her out on the Marlins broadcast this weekend on the radio side of things, and then on Fanduel Sports Florida as well. You got Marlins and Astros tonight. Sandman on the hill. Kelly, thank you for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
There you go. We'll take a break. Hour Tua. Zach Sieler getting the bag. We'll get to that coming up next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. As let's get to our headlines. Start this puppy off. They're brought to you by Doral Hyundai, the number one Hyundai dealer in the nation. Just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Thanks again to Kelly Saco for stopping by the program. Talking.
She's always smiling. Always.
She's great. She's one of the best that we got down here. She's absolutely fantastic. And her Marlins stuff is especially good. So check her on out this week. Check the Marlins on out this week. And we'll get into some more fish later on. But we gave
she does the J-Fig.
Whole first hour to him.
She does the J-Fig. Like she'll be talking, and then she'll do a Latin name.
Oh, hey, Udi. Makes me feel.
I call that the old J-Fig.
Not messing, not at all. But I think that's one of the cool things about her. Is, you know, she'll translate these damn interviews herself.
Right? And she'll actually have an interview and then just tell us what happened.
Yeah,
right?
she does a tremendous job. So thanks to Kelly Saco for joining the program. Dolphins, big news last night, Leroy.
Yeah.
Sieler it on up. Zach Sieler gets his munion. Gets a 3-year extension. According to Adam Schefter, $67.75 million. 44 of that guaranteed. So he can buy the nicest RV ever.
I would say that kudos to him and kudos to the Dolphins for this simple fact. He could have waited to get somewhere along the lines of Christian Wilkins money, right? He did not. He wanted something fair, but he wanted pay raise.
Yep.
Kudos to the Dolphins for acknowledging that and saying, look, we're saving money. Let's take care of our guy. One of our main guys. Not a guy, that is only about the money, but a guy that's about this life, about this organization. And he can pass it along to everybody else. And so it's good to see that he'll be here for a couple more years. Especially one of your real leaders, not only with his voice, but with his actions. Right.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like this is the guy that you're having, speak to your rookies in the off season. You
want to be physical? That's what
Zach Sieler.
Yeah, exactly.
Man's man.
Exactly.
Man's man.
So kudos to everybody involved. It got worked out, right? It's not one of those situations where you look around the league and the guy needs to be the highest paid.
Nope.
Right. So, look, I'm glad he's here. Regardless of what you think about where the defense is going or how much talent they have up front, I think that defense starts with Zach Sieler.
Absolutely. And not only that, but he's got to take a young guy under his wing this year and Kenneth Grant.
Yep.
I mean, it looks like an absolute monster. I mean, the stuff from camp is really cool, but it's but you want to have the guy that he's going to be leaning on taken care of. And I think that, to see that story, man, D2 guy, where the hell did he go? Ferris State.
Mock Rock, upstate Michigan, baby.
And, I mean, lived in an RV, and then kind of was like Christian Wilkins' buddy, and he's his tandem mate. And then all of a sudden, he turns himself one of the elite guys in this league. Really, really cool story. So very happy for Zach Sieler, and I hope he goes and buys everything he wants at Bass Pro Shop. Hope he buys the nicest bow and arrow, whatever he does to hunt those gators.
Hey, by the way, speaking of bow and arrows, have you ever seen guys on the side of the road shooting fish just in a creek?
I can't say that I've seen that in person, but that does feel like Davey.
Yes. I'm like, we don't fish no more. Sometimes when you go fishing, it's about spending time and hanging out or whatever. If you want to break, you can go just grab your rod and go to a little creek and just hang out for a minute. Like, God forbid you should catch a fish, especially when you go.
No,
it's
spear fishing.
But on the side of the road,
spear fishing? Okay, like the original spear fishing is like what you're thinking of, like actual spears, like
but also
there's like spears now are like in gun form.
Guns or bow and arrow, like in a bow.
Yeah, but Brittany, I feel like spearfishing, like that's an underwater thing that I think of, like where you have like the little harpoon that's in the thing that goes.
I mean, that's but like growing up in South Carolina, people have like those spear guns, and they'll go out to the lakes and like waist deep water, and they'll spearfish there instead of like.
Yeah, but on the side of the road.
I mean, here in South Florida, I think that is kind of ridiculous, but I mean, it's not unheard of.
Yeah, especially where you live, like there's those back alley canals, like you gotta.
Well, it's like just on like everybody basically has a canal at some point behind their yard. You might have a lake this is just guys that park on the side of the road. Right?
No, I mean, listen, I see plenty of that just for regular fishing. I can't see that I've seen it for bow fishing.
Right.
So you're saying they're out there with full
bow with a bow. With the bow, they load it and then shoot it. It's not, they don't even pull back and aim.
Yeah, because it's like those, it's like those gun contraptions.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
So is it a crossbow that you're seeing?
It's a crossbow.
Crossbow, yeah.
It's a crossbow.
All right, so yeah, when you see, I've seen what Brittany's talking about, like the spear fishing that people bring under the water,
right?
And I was picturing somebody had like the full bow, and they're just trying to take out a bass.
No, it's a crossbow where you're just shooting it like a gun.
Zach Sieler's definitely doing that
for sure.
You think
he's still catching dinner?
Like I would do that in the Everglades.
Nah, I feel
a boat.
Well, I feel like Zach Sieler, $44 million guaranteed be damned. He's still catching dinner.
I mean, wow. It was, I don't know.
Mr. Sieler he goes, we can't go somewhere, like we can't go to cheesecake factories to celebrate this. He goes, why? He's like, I'll make it better.
Come home with a stringer.
It's just a string of bass.
It's a string of bass. I don't think I've ever eaten a bass. I don't think you eat bass.
What is that? What is the fake bass that you talked about?
Tilapia.
No, that's the man. But what's the one what's the Patagonia toothfish? Isn't that a bass?
Patagonia toothfish?
Isn't that Chilean bass?
Yeah.
You never had that?
Expensive.
They're hideous.
I thought that you ate that at the Panthers.
Who, me?
Yeah, didn't you and J-Fig steal I think you and J-Fig stole Ryan Lomberg's Patagonian toothfish.
Yeah, sea bass. Like when we were asking questions about the menu. And what kind of fish is this? Sea bass.
And the guy's probably like, and what position do you play? And Leroy's like, I'm Sergei Bobrovsky.
Hey, no. And then so once I go and I just act normal. See, the thing is you got to act normal. Because if they see you and you acting normal, they think, oh, somebody must have, got him in here. Right? Then Jennifer goes, come with me. Let's go back. But that food was much better than the fruit and
the bagels
sandwiches
and fruit?
you probably. Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So Zach Sieler gets his money. Good for him. Austin Jackson. This was kind of the big news out of the weekend. Austin Jackson got stepped on in practice, so he's going to miss some weeks. Mike McDaniel
Did he get stepped on the ankle, rolled his ankle, or broke?
All he said is that he was stepped on.
Okay.
That he was stepped on. Mike McDaniel seemed confident that he's going to be ready for week 1. Please.
I tell you what,
Please
it seems like if you have confidence in the guy that's going to make that position better or solidify something, he always gets banged up. Like this team is snake bit.
It's
like,
annoying.
You haven't had any continuity on the offensive line in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a
Maybe
frustrating
more.
thing. Maybe more. And it's not for lack of planning or bringing guys in. It's just some misfortune.
Hopefully he'll be ready. The Dolphins signed offensive lineman Jermaine Afidi to fill the void in this offensive line, which
I hate to say this.
Hmm?
You know who they're going to lean on.
Who? Well, he's hurt too.
Oh,
he's hurt. I know everybody's blaming him for that. He's hurt too. I don't think he's back yet. I don't think he's practiced at all.
So what they're going to start doing, right? And so don't be upset if you see a struggle. But what they're going to do is start moving guys around, right? Who can do this? Can you play right tackle? Can you do this? And you have to do this during camp. However, sometimes it looks as if you're struggling because you might be out of position a little bit, but they need to find guys that if they get in this pinch during the season, they can move around instead of just, taking a stab at it like they've had to do in years past. And that's why I say, contrary to popular belief, your guy's going to be on the team because he plays multiple positions. I'm just telling you, listen, every once in a while, you ought to listen to your boy.
I do listen to you. It doesn't mean I have to like what you say.
You mock me.
I don't mock you.
It's funny. Kelly said the same thing that I said to you.
You weren't watching MLB Twitter. You weren't watching it.
No, you know what I am? Common sense, right?
Please. Common
sense says this is what they want for Sandy. If nobody's offering it, we are fine keeping Sandy. So you never heard it would have been different if they said we're keeping Sandy a month ago or 2 weeks ago, but they said it at 5:30. You know why? Because they didn't get any offers that they liked. And more importantly, they might have waited until the last minute by throwing that out there. Maybe somebody's got, we got to have him. So,
that's what it seemed like. It seemed like the Yankees were trying to swoop in with a super deal for him and Bender.
We already got everything we want from the Yankees. We don't want nothing else.
I gotta tell you, it felt good to see you win a trade right in front of the Yankees this weekend because Jazz Chisholm is getting roasted today on sports radio.
Yeah,
for getting doubled off.
But that's what Jazz is. Jazz is, he kind of showboats a little bit. He's a good player, but periodically he takes, nonchalant about it and makes that would be considered a how would I put it? A lazy baseball play?
Timbo Slice says, no, you're Captain Hindsight.
No, I'm not.
That's what he says. You're Captain Hindsight, dude.
No. You better stand up for me right now.
What do you mean?
As soon as you sent that text to me, I replied with that.
I know, and I found it very annoying.
Okay, so now he's sitting here saying, Timbo's saying I'm saying it now. No. I said it right when it happened. So, no, I'm not Captain Hindsight.
Aaron Brewer returned to practice this weekend, so the Dolphins got back their starting center. Fatu Melifonwu also back, so that's good. They got some safety help. Minka Fitzpatrick, he had a pick six yesterday on Tua's first interception at camp.
Good. And I would be willing to bet without seeing it. It was in the red zone.
It was in the red zone. He took it back from the end zone.
Yeah, because those are the plays during a game where it's its tightest, and those are probably depending on the situation, you're going to take your most risk, and you need to find out, right? If it was a pick six and it was Minka, I would say it was some kind of out route that was just either poorly thrown or he didn't see Minka.
No, he didn't see Minka. Nobody
Yeah.
sees Minka. Minka lurks in the shadows.
That's it. So
Jaelan Phillips scared everybody this weekend. He got hurt in practice too, but he said he got leg whipped. Has a
leg
bruise.
whips are the worst. Leg
he's
whips
gonna,
are the worst. You know why?
gonna-
Because you ain't getting leg whipped by a little person. It's always some. So you think about the smallest person you could get leg whipped with is 250. So imagine 250 getting slung and you getting leg whipped. Ouch.
Well, he's out for a couple of days, but should be fine. Everybody was scared.
Yeah.
Because we want him healthy. Need him to be healthy.
Yeah. We need if you want this defense to be as best as they can be, you don't need to fill the voids at corner and whatever. That'll help. But more importantly, you need all of your front seven, especially the guys up front, to be healthy so you can rotate them, so you can keep it fresh.
And Marcos, who is chiming in on the chat, says leg whip. Pfft, I could walk that off, long as it's not dead foot. Thanks, Frog Boy.
Really? 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 This guy sprained the ankle and was out for 2 months.
Wow. We'll take a break. Speaking of things that Leroy is very passionate about, the Dolphins' run game. Some thoughts from that this weekend from Cheetah and Mike McDaniel. That's next. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, we got a cool thing going on right now for any Zach Brown Band fans out there. If you guys want to see Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December, we got to wait for you to do that. It's easy to enter this contest. All you got to do is log on to the Odyssey app, listen to WQM for 1 hour, and you're entered. For more chances, listen every day, and you might win. Winner receives a round trip to Las Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach. That's Z-A-C. That's how he spells his name. Odyssey.com/ZAC. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group. Miami Dolphins will have their first preseason game on Sunday against the Bears.
Wow, that's crazy.
What?
Preseason game on Sunday. They're no
Sunday at 1. I found that weird too, Leroy.
They don't normally play on Sunday. They usually all on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, they have a first preseason game coming up this weekend against I don't believe we'll see Caleb Williams. I would be surprised by that. I'd imagine that
you need to. Word has it that he need all the work he can get.
That is the word. The word is he's not looking so hot. I saw him throw a little I saw a viral clip of him this weekend getting upset because he couldn't that QB net with the 3 targets.
Yeah.
He missed on all 3 throws and then gave a little he was all upset with himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, one of the things that we have learned is that every quarterback isn't accurate. It doesn't mean every quarterback can't be successful, but there's different levels of accuracy, and where you're able to throw the ball with that, that separates you. So the fact that he can hit the net, you don't have to hit the net. It just means that you can't make tight throws. That's all. There's other quarterbacks that are like that. My suggestion is, don't put yourself out there. You know you ain't accurate. Stop trying to, right? Usually a quarterback, we see quarterbacks throwing and hitting the crossbar, or they showed a video of Tom Brady hitting the moving dummy on a cart. You're showing off, right? But if you're not capable of doing that, don't show off. Listen. I know for a fact, me and Robert would, run striders on our off day, right? I'm not trying to keep up with Robert. That would be embarrassing myself. I'm probably going to pull a hammy, right?
You're Rocky to his Apollo?
Listen, under no circumstances, let me be clear with this. Under no circumstances in the real would Rocky ever beat Apollo in a race.
Okay, but he did. We all saw it on the beach.
It was fun. Oh my goodness! Are you
on the beach? But he did. They hugged.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
Did you ever see Rocky 3?
Of course.
Okay. Do you not recall?
You know what? The only people
I do recall.
The only people that would think that's an accurate depiction of what was going on are intangibles.
Well, I don't think that's fair.
No, it's fair. Because there ain't no way in hell Rocky gonna beat Apollo.
I don't think you understood the point of the movie because
let him win.
No, I don't think that's true.
You think?
Why would Apollo do that?
Wait. You think
Apollo took a dive?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You know why? Because it was Rocky's movie.
He was training Rocky.
It don't matter.
I don't think he was going to let him win. I don't think so.
If they did it in real life, Apollo would have dusted Rocky.
Maybe initially, but after, don't forget, Apollo was retired. Rocky was still in his prime.
In real life, they weren't that far apart in age.
I would have prime versus prime, probably not, but he was a little long in the tooth, Carl Weathers.
They're both the same age.
Not in the movie.
Oh.
Retired him. Schmeathan says Rocky had that Ethan Bonner in him. Or Jacob Marcy. That Jacob Marcy, hey, that's an intangible who can fly. That guy is fast. That dude was running around the bases this weekend. Whoo! Only time he doesn't fly is when they walk him. Fast intangibles, dude.
See why we got to have these intangibles conversations?
I'm just saying, he was impressive.
You see why.
Speaking of running, a guy Sylvester Stallone could not beat in a race. Tyreek Hill.
Backwards.
Tyreek Hill.
He was on one yesterday.
He was asked about De'Von Achane. Oh, he was asked about the Dolphins' run game. And this is what his suggestion was when he said they can no longer do this with De'Von Achane.
I wanted to ask you about the reputation of this team being a finesse team and the short yardage issues, the running game issues last year. How do you change that identity?
Take De'Von out on third down. What? You want him? That's my honest opinion. If it's third and short, he's not a power back. I be telling him that in the locker room, but he a power back. I love De'Von though, but if I'm being honest, like,
what do we wait?
That's why you got Jalen Wright. That's why you got Alec Gordon for those kind of situations.
Oh, you're not hearing it?
No, I didn't hear it. Oh, I was wondering, like, no, I didn't hear nothing.
That was strange. It's weird. I heard it.
I was like, I'm looking at everybody going, oh, is it gonna play?
Are you like muted on the? I don't know. Like, that's strange.
No, I hear
Did
you.
everybody on the chat hear it? Are you alone in this? I heard it.
I did not hear it.
That's weird. Everybody on the chat saying they heard it. It must have been a you thing.
How?
I don't know, dude.
I can hear you now. Brittany, say something. Say hi.
Hi.
Everybody in the chat saying they heard it.
Right.
Try playing it again, Brittany. Maybe your system stuttered or something.
I wanted to ask you about the reputation of this team being a finesse team and the short yardage issues, the running game issues last year. How do you change that identity?
Take De'Von out on third down. What? You want him? That's my honest opinion. If it's third and short, he's not a power back. I be telling him that in the locker room, but he a power back. I love De'Von though, but if I'm being honest, like, that's why you got Jalen Wright. That's why you got Alec Gordon for those kind of situations.
Hey, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong.
But let me say this. Very rarely will you hit a player put that out there. It's like, could you imagine me saying, hey, what are y'all gonna do about third and fourth, yardage with Robert Smith, right? He is a Pro Bowler. He can run all day. I'm like, take him out of the game. He shouldn't be in there for that. Like, that's just crazy, right? But here's the other thing. We can't make fun of him because we all have been saying the same exact thing for 2 years. So, although it's like weird to hear it, he's not wrong. And in fact, he's correct.
He's very right.
Right. So,
we are all thinking it.
So what do we like?
Well, here was this was De'Von Achane on Twitter when seeing this, where he goes, "That's how you feel," laughing, crying emoji at Cheetah. And then Mike McDaniel was asked about this yesterday, and this is what McCochin had to say on Cheetah's input.
I thought it was genius reporting by Tyreek, seeing how we had a short yardage period that very day that you guys were in attendance for, and his suggestion was, I guess, congruent with Coach Stootsville. That's exactly how we repped the backs in that short yardage period that very day. But we thought it was funny that he reported the news that wasn't news on that practice day in that short yardage period that you guys were all there too for.
So let me break it down for you. And this is genius by Mike. Right? So basically what he did was squash any type of negative reaction that people get from hearing what Tyreek said. Instead of saying, oh, now Tyreek wanted to be a coach. Oh, Tyreek is doing, and just like Luis Benito, you're not supposed to say that, right? Mike just squashed it and said, oh, that's some good reporting by Tyreek because that's exactly what we did all day, and you guys were out there for that. So, there, good job by everybody.
Still funny, though.
It's fun. No, it's funny because, like, first of all, nobody on the team would say something like that.
No, only
right?
Cheetah.
Only Cheetah. And then you got to understand why Mike McDaniel still has Cheetah, because he says, I can handle Cheetah. Right? And he came out with something that now we're just going to disregard what Cheetah said. Oh, that was just practice. We already doing that. Yeah.
Well, listen, trust me. Look, Cheetah's not exactly breaking news. I'm pretty sure when defenses see in a 3rd and short, if De'Von Achane's back there, they're probably like, woo-hoo! They're excited about it.
Sweep, toss.
By the way, Zach Sieler is about to speak to the media, and he has walked up to the podium, and I just saw this incredible
Cowboy
picture
hat?
from, not only a cowboy hat, from Travis Wingfield from Dolphins Drive Time podcast has posted a picture of this, and this is the cowboy hat that he's wearing. He's got a
oh my goodness. Too much. Too much.
No, it's not too much.
Dude, nothing says I'm less rugged. Nothing says I'm less rugged or less manly man than a teal cowboy hat. You a cowboy. You wear regular cowboy hats.
Not when that cowboy got paid $44 million guaranteed.
I get it. Yeah.
He walks up there and he
Too much.
I bet feels like that. I bet you think that's an expensive cowboy hat. It looks like an expensive cowboy hat.
No. You think they're gonna sell?
It's like Tacova, right? Isn't that expensive cowboy wear?
Yeah, I feel like he's going to Griff's.
It has like his name. It has like his name somewhere melted on there.
Somebody said orange cowboy hat would have been better.
Really?
Listen, I wore an orange cowboy hat for 5 years of my career. No, it wouldn't. Nobody said that's a cool helmet. They all said I wear a pumpkin.
No, the Browns helmet is not cool. It's not cool at all.
Nothing.
Are they? Do they have a brown helmet this year?
I don't know. They changed the colors. They've changed jersey. You know.
Oh, I thought they
like the only jersey I wore, I didn't get to wear. I would have loved to wear the orange jersey.
We got another angle of Sheriff Sieler here with his aqua hat. From,
Somebody said he looks like he just left a Beyonce concert.
I love the new album, Cowboy Carter. It's from David Furones of the Sun Sentinel.
If you told me he was the offensive line coach, I could see it, right? Something about him says I'm intense as hell.
I mean, the
way he got his arms and his shoulders shrugged up. Like, what y'all want?
He has become more cowboy since he's been here. Like, I think that definitely has been. Like, I don't remember him wearing cowboy hats this first couple of years. This has become a new thing for him.
Yeah.
He's found,
playing into it.
I think he's leaning into it. I like it.
I like it.
Where's the cowboy hat? I don't know, if he's going to buy a ranch. Maybe he buys a ranch now. Buys a couple horses.
Is he from Michigan?
I don't know. Is he from Michigan? I think he is from Michigan.
Yeah, because
how the hell else do you find?
Ferris State ain't going very far to find players.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
He's from Pinckney, Michigan.
Oh my goodness! You know what that sounds like? That sounds like he's wrangling cattle. Right? Wait, I spent almost 10 years in Ohio, Michigan area, and I've never heard of it.
Its population is 2,400.
Yeah. And I bet you it's not far from Ferris State.
Probably not. Wow.
Good for him.
That's something. Happy for him, though. Happy for Zach Sieler. All right, we'll take a break. Leroy will hand out his game balls and game bums next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for Leroy Hoard to hand out his game balls and game bums. Leroy, what do you got for us?
Okay. For my game balls, I would like to give it to Stowers, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to the Marlins because just like
all of
Kelly
them.
said, it's not just one guy, even though Stowers has been on fire. Sandy's been turning around. The pitching has been going. You sweep somebody you haven't swept ever in the history of your club. Yeah, the Marlins got to get it. I mean, from top to bottom. I'm even going to throw Petey Pablo in there, ownership, the coaching staff, everybody. So kudos to them. They get my game ball. I kind of teased this with Tobin, and naturally he would have the reaction that he had. So I'm going to give my game bump, and I want y'all to tell me if I'm off base here. So my pool is broken. I got to get a new heater and a new pump. So while I'm waiting for that, I have to go do my work at the gym.
Okay.
So I go to the gym. I get me like 25, 30 minutes on the bike. I get off. Then I go get some pool work in. I get in the jacuzzi. I stretch. I'm in the jacuzzi, get my little stretch on or whatever. And it's got to be like probably 3 o'clock. It's right after the show. 3:30. All right. I'm in there stretching, listening to my music or whatever, getting loose so I can go do some stuff in the pool. Guy walks in, shower, rinses off, right? Walks over to step down in the jacuzzi. He's just wearing regular drawers.
What?
He's wearing regular drawers.
Like tighty whities?
Hanes.
Boxer briefs? Boxers?
Boxer briefs. I don't know. I just know I know Hanes don't make no damn bathing suit. Right? So I'm thinking, this man is getting up in the pool with no onion bag. Now, I had this conversation with you, and you said an onion bag is not a requirement. But
I just don't understand. No, that's not what I said. Don't misconstrue what I said. What I said was it's just a little ridiculous to think the onion bag is stopping anything sanitary. It's just mesh.
But I feel comfortable knowing that it's a bathing suit when I say onion bag.
Because it's tucked away?
No, just because I know it's a bathing suit. So, and I tried to break this down. He says I'm off base. So, Smeaton, this is what I asked Tobin. If you have a family get together and everybody's going to go swimming in the pool, right? Would you walk around your house with a bathing suit? Absolutely. Would you walk around the house with your drawers on? If I'm off base, then that means when you have a house full of people, you can just walk to the pool in your drawers.
Do you have, let me ask you this, because I know I got to ask you, there's a huge difference here. I have been to gyms where the hot tub, there's two different, because I've gone to LA Fitness. There's been a couple of setups that they have. Okay, so let me ask you this. This is important to distinguish.
Okay.
Does this hot tub neighbor the pool, or is it in the locker room? So is it
neighbors the pool?
Okay, so he's out. No, that's no good. That's no good.
It's basically a public, and there's a window that people could see.
Yeah, no, that's out.
Right.
No, you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right. Because there are, when you first told me the story, I was thinking there are certain gyms.
It's in the men's locker room.
It's in the locker room. There's no go out. And I can see if I'm wearing some clean undies, especially maybe some.
You can't wear your drawers.
In the locker room, what's the difference? As long as you didn't work out in them before. That's gross.
I don't know. It's drawers. Dude, you can't. You can't. And by the way, to the wise ass that says you live in South Florida, you need a heated pool. It's not for my pool, it's for my jacuzzi. So calm down. So it just he got to get my game bump. That's no respect for the public environment right there, that you think you could just walk in with draws. Like, no.
Jukebox says, what about banana hammock wearers?
Men or women? Because women, no, wait, listen, not the banana hammock, but women have those tight bathing suits when they go swim that kind of hug, right?
No, I'm
Like-
talking men, dude. I'm talking
Men?
about
No, you ain't at the beach. You at a pool. Come on, have some respect for one another.
What if he's wearing a banana hammock for speed? If he's getting his laps in?
Brittany's like, yeah, what about that? No.
What about that? For Aaron,
Wait. In a public place, right? The last thing you want to do is go into the pool area and see two cheeks.
Okay, but in fairness, go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead.
You can wear. I've seen guys getting there with Speedos.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
No,
what a
not banana hammock is the
hammock is. No.
Oh, Speedo? Yeah, that's fine if you're swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't make a
That's
big
what
deal
I'm
about that.
talking
I don't. It's a bathing suit. I don't make a big deal about that. Guy getting his swim on. That's fine. That's what you swim in. That's fine, right?
I thought that's what you thought, right, Tobin? That's what you thought.
I thought he was.
I thought he
talking
meant
about
just pure speed. I don't think of a banana hammock. That to me is a G string. I don't think.
Okay. All right. Okay, banana. You talking about Speedos? Like, yeah, like what you were supposed to wear when you jumped in the pool.
Well, this is where I come. This is where I do defend myself, because I wore black tighty whities for the Speedo jump, and it was samesies, and you claimed it wasn't, and I'm like, it is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Now you're claiming it's worse, and you got on me all these years because you said it wasn't as bad, and I'm telling you, it was just as bad, if not worse. Plus, Speedos are very expensive. At the time, I was.
Oh yeah. Hey, that
Speedos
little
are like
piece of
$50.
material. Woo, goodness.
I was like, geez,
So
that's a lot.
that's my game bum, because I don't like, and he was just like,
Well, so did you make a comment, or he was good? You just let it slide.
nah. He walked by and I said, "Ain't no onion bag in them drawers."
And did he hear you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He just kept it moving.
Kept it moving.
Yeah. Like, I've been like, come on, man. Draws? There's men, women, people swimming. Like, it's a public environment. And a window where people look in to see how
Yeah,
many people in the
that
pool.
does make it worse. When I first heard this story, I definitely thought this was in the a locker room. hot tub.
No.
If it was a private men's locker room, I'd be like, okay. I mean,
Okay, I wouldn't have a problem with that either, because the old guys feel like
Oh.
the old guys. Let me tell
That's
you
what I was
something.
saying. Like,
If I see one
know,
more
yeah.
guy, one more old guy walk out of the shower with the towel around his neck and not covering up the pork and beans, like, enough.
The old
Enough.
let it hang.
Stop being that comfortable. So yeah, game bump. He got to get my game. You can't wear your drawers in the pool. That's why I asked you, Tobin. Oh, if you had people over to the house and y'all going swimming, would you walk through your house in drawers?
Probably not.
Right. So, like, the same is like in a public place, right? The environment is just the same, except you know them people. He don't know nobody, so I guess he thought it was okay. And then had the audacity to rinse off.
What if you were hosting a barbecue at the Hoard household?
Mhm.
And I feel like this is a Marcos move, but let's say Marcos is like, I don't have a bathing suit, but I'm hot. Would you allow Marcos to go swimming in his boxers?
I give him some shorts.
Really? Wow.
With his
Over.
boxers and then shorts.
Interesting.
So your boxers will have the that'll be a unofficial onion bag.
What if
Yeah, another shorts over.
you're going to give him a loaner?
Yeah.
Are they going to be ones you're going to let him keep?
I have
What do you-
shorts. I mean, it's just shorts. Like I have bathing suits. We keep a couple of spare bathing suits. For
Oh, so
people
you
who
let-
like kids.
so you-
and I have
yeah,
bathing
all right.
suits. I have bathing suits that probably fit him. So yeah, we at the Hoard household. Anytime we have a barbecue or something, we are prepared for all situations. That may happen. So
J-Fix.
yeah,
J-Fix says we have 2 loners out at home. You just wash them.
yeah. I know
don't have
everybody.
one,
If you
but
have
I don't-
you don't have a loaner at your house. When kids come over, you don't have like boy shorts and maybe a
I
onesie.
can't say that I have any loners at my house. I can't say that I have any loners at my house.
All right.
Because I feel like if I invite people to swim, they're bringing. I haven't had this scenario where there's been a surprise swim come up for somebody. Like
Great.
usually, if they're coming over to swim.
Hey, Kentucky Finn said it perfectly. The old intangibles at the gym always want to talk when not clothed. No, sir, absolutely not. They do feel rather comfortable in the gym naked.
JFix says for girls, if they don't fit ours, we give out shorts and a big shirt.
Yep. Pretty much. That's it. Like, you can make it work, but it's at your house. It's not a public arena. Like, I don't know women that would get in the pool wearing shorts and just a t-shirt.
I see it at the water parks and stuff all the time.
That's water park. I'm talking about no, not like that. Like if you go to a water park,
shorts and t-shirts to go swimming.
Every time I've gone to a water park, I expect to see something crazy, like people getting wet that didn't think they were going to get wet and stuff like that. But at a pool, at a public pool where there's exercise and swimming at the gym, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, always have your onion bag around, Leroy Hoard. We'll take a break, get you caught up with your headlines. Back with more to this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Monday. It's good to be back, everybody. Had a nice little trip last week and the long weekend. Went out to St. Pete, hung out with some capybaras, which was fun. What? Don't look at me like that, Brittany. That's what I did.
I don't know what capybaras is. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've seen this all over the internet.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Well, they are the world's largest rodent. And there is a place in St. Petersburg. I believe there's also one in St. Augustine, but I had never been to St. Pete. We basically went on this road trip as a family to go to this TikTok tourist trap. And it was known as the Capybara Cafe. And what you get to do is that you get to hang out with the capybaras for a half hour. And you can snuggle with them. You can feed them kale. They're quite smelly, but adorable. But they are the world's largest rodent. That's what they are.
Is it expensive to do that?
It wasn't cheap, but it was worth it. I didn't think about the price after I left. I had the time of my life hanging out with these capybaras.
Really?
So let me get this straight.
Are they really big? Like
You spend money
Yeah.
to go cuddle a stanky animal.
Well,
That's in the rat family.
They are giant rats. They, I believe,
we got capybaras in Louisiana. They're
I don't
called
think
neutral rats.
That's okay. That's I was about to say that's not a capybara. That's a neutral rat or a muskrat. That's not a capybara.
Not a muskrat.
No, it's a muskrat.
I'm telling you, go look at the size of these neutral rats.
These things are adorable. What do you want me to do? I was having the time of my life.
Adorable?
They are adorable.
Adorable and rodent don't go in the same. They don't go in the same.
I'm telling you guys, you don't know capybaras.
It wasn't like the lemur.
Adorable rodents are Mickey Mouse and Remy from Ratatouille.
Wait, it wasn't like the lemur.
It was cooler than the lemur. I got to be honest with you.
What?
Yeah, it was cooler than Maui. I love Maui. Maui was great.
Didn't stink.
Yeah, they didn't stink individually, and they stunk as a collective. You know, like it's just like one of those things. Like when you walk into a barn, you know, it's like if you walk into a barn, you're like, yeah, this kind of stinks. But then you get used to it, and you're just like, give me some cuddles.
No, you're like,
So you like
what?
you hugged the capybara.
Oh yeah.
Did you take pictures?
Yeah. I got a capybara picture. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Loading. But this was the whole point of the trip.
He said you could have just cuddled Solana for free.
You wouldn't want to snuggle with that thing?
No.
Nope, not really.
Nope. Why not?
Nope.
No,
It's a
because
rodent.
The one word you said, it resembles a rat. I'm out.
It is in the rat family. It's
Okay.
the world's largest rodent.
Okay, great. No.
Look at him. Adorable. There was one named Ranger. I really took to him. You know, he liked to stay under his coffee table.
Wait. Dude.
What?
Nothing says I'm a redneck like some of the vacations you talk about. You spend a vacation in a trailer park.
That's not okay. That did happen.
Right?
Not my fault though. That was Mrs. Tobin's fault.
You go to the nut, right? And now you can't go to the nut because they charge you.
Oh, well, yeah. The nut has gotten a little full of themselves. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't be just saying, oh, you need to book in advance to go to the nut. I'm like, I'll go to the nut whenever I want to go to the nut. I'm out. See ya.
The nut. What's the
Peanut
nut?
Island.
Nope.
No,
And then
That
you
really
say,
is
and
yes.
then you say you had a wonderful weekend
Yeah.
hugging a rodent. Yeah, that's
They were quite lovely. The Capybara Cafe, it was worth. Here's the thing. I spent a lot of money on it. I was not expecting. I was like, I'm going to be disappointed when I leave this place, especially when I walked in and got punched in the face with that smell. But then you get used to it, and then you get to feed them kale. And I was like, you know what? There was something pleasing about the crunching that they do. You know, like they have these giant, like little beaver teeth. And I was just like, you know, this is pleasing to me. And I walked out and I was like, you know what? It was worth the money. I had a great time. TikTok trap was worth it.
What about the rodent you hit with a baseball bat? Why you didn't get all warm and cuddly with him?
That's not a rodent. That's a marsupial. And he scared me.
And they're not harmful at all.
I didn't know that at the time, though. I didn't know they didn't have rabies. He's referring to a possum, which I hit in the head with a baseball bat, but I was doing it for fear of my.
Yeah,
I was very scared, Brittany. He would.
It's very
barbaric
of you.
Well, he was in my way. I had to get to work. I'm telling you. I will say, though, there was nothing that pissed me off more because Leroy's against going in the ocean, and I love going in the ocean. And this Gulf of Mexico, what's up with your water?
It's dirty.
It's green. Yeah. I'm like, what's up with this?
It's because it's salt water. Is it salt water or fresh water? It's fresh water.
No, it's salt water. It's salt water. But they have incredible shells on the St. Pete coast over there. Incredible shells. We found.
Is that where? So you hit the beach and did the petting on the same side?
Yes.
Okay.
They were all in the same town. But then I was, my kids were like gathering these beautiful conch shells and seashells. And I was like, these things look like you bought them at a store. This is incredible. I mean, what a treasure trove.
Until someone crawled out of one of them.
And then I stepped on something that felt like death. And I was like, Leroy, it hurt so bad. But my kids were there. I couldn't let them know my pain. And
there you go. That's
felt,
fathering right there. Brittany, you want to know what fathering is? Almost breaking something, but looking at your kids and know, I'm a man. I can't sit here and act like a little baby about this.
And I had to go take a lap. I'm like, you guys go into water. I don't know what I stepped on. I don't know if it was an urchin because the water is mucky there.
So you can't.
I don't know what it was, but I don't think it was glass. I think I stepped on like a really sharp shell because.
Wait. So even after all the things that I've explained to you, you still get in water. You can't see what's underneath.
I was having a great time. We were catching treasures, baby.
Okay.
We were catching treasures. I'm not gonna not go in the water. I just don't live like that. Did I suffer consequences over it? Yes.
Sometimes, Leroy, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but sometimes I prefer going in the murky water because I don't want to know what's there. When the water is too clear and I can see the fishes and the things around me, I get more freaked out.
You have lost your mind. You don't want to see?
Dude, I sliced up my big toe so bad. And then on my ring toe, something got like lodged in there. And I was like, whoo.
It's gonna be something when you get up the next morning, your foot is this big.
I'm never gonna get eaten by a shark because I'm not gonna live it down that you told me so on that. I'm not doing it. Because it's like my immediate thought is 1, don't cry in front of my kids, and 2, Leroy is gonna be so happy that I got hurt in the ocean because he hates the ocean.
I don't hate the ocean. I just am not familiar enough to you know what? It's only intangibles that say, oh, you ain't got to worry about that. If I see a fish or something like barracuda or something like that, no.
My guy Kirk on Instagram says it was probably a pen shell. I'm gonna look this up.
So were you bleeding?
Oh, I was bleeding, dude. I was bleeding. Oh, you know what? I'm looking right now at these pen shells. We did catch a couple of these suckers. I'll get some pictures of this. But
have you ever ate conch?
Love conch.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Conch fritters? You like conch fritters, or you like them freshly shucked at the table?
I'll take them either way. I'll even take fried conch, like not conch fritters, but fried conch. Delicious.
Conch is delicious, dude.
Delicious.
Isn't it kind of like calamari? Like the texture of that?
It's a little tougher, I would say. Just a little tougher.
It's not calamari, but yeah, it's got some differences.
See, I've warmed up to calamari over the years until they start putting the tentacles in there, like the little,
those are the best ones.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, the #1 Hyundai store in the nation. Just went full beast mode. I saw some beasts this weekend. That was scary. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Marlins, they swept the Yankees this weekend. Back at it tonight against the Houston Astros, who were swept this weekend by the Red Sox. Sandman on the hill today. 6:40 is your pitch from Lone Depot Park. Marlins 55-55, back to 500.
Yep.
The Miami Dolphins and Zach Sieler officially agreed to their deal on a contract extension. Zach Sieler's speaking to the media today. We will maybe we'll get you some of that before the end of the show. We'll for sure get that for you tomorrow. Zach Sieler excited to be back with the Miami Dolphins, and of course his journey very inspiring. So good for Zach Sieler. Happy for him. Dolphins start a preseason play this weekend against the Chicago Bears. I am actually excited about that because I want to see I don't think we have a backup quarterback battle per se.
No, they already nixed that one, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's Zach Wilson's job, but you never know.
You would like to see Quinn Ewers perform. They say he has a cannon and he's very accurate.
Yeah, they say he's been playing. They say he's been having some good camps and all that. So
I don't understand how. And help me understand this. How could a guy like that go into what, 6th or 7th round?
I don't know. I think they said he wasn't
But then a guy like Tua, who has some of the same qualities, go top 5.
I don't know.
I'm just curious, and I'm not saying that Tua's not better than Quinn Ewers. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that they possess some of the same qualities. And the qualities that made you draft a hurt Tua number 5 are the same qualities that made you draft a guy with similar attributes in the 6th or 7th round. It's a weird dynamic.
By the way, I got a picture of this pen shell that was alleged this could have been what sliced up my foot gnarly. This is what it looks like.
Wait, where's the sticky part?
I guess in the barnacle. I guess because it could flap open. That's what the guy says it could be. I don't know. It felt like a
so this is closed. It opens up and there's all kinds of stuff in there.
I guess. I don't know.
Or you stepped on and got the point.
It felt like it felt like I stepped on a nail. Like it was like,
you don't wear beach shoes?
Beach shoes? What? What kind of person are you? Beach shoes.
I wear the beach, the shoes you can go in the water and whatever.
You do?
Yeah.
I wouldn't hang out with you on the beach.
Why?
I can't be with beach shoe guy. Put your toes in the sand. That's the whole point.
I don't know. You know what? Aqua socks. There you go. That's what they're called. Aqua socks.
Dude,
you know why?
If you showed up with aqua socks.
You know why? Because I won't have to worry about standing on a pin shell. So you can look rugged and hard and like a beachgoer. You'll walk on one of them things and cry in the corner by yourself because you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of the kids. Meanwhile, I can just walk around.
He's telling me
beach cred. I'm good with that.
He's saying the pointing part sticks up through the sand. Yeesh, it hurt. Oof.
See,
anyway,
guess what? I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Because dude, I tell you, I'd rather my foot get sliced off than wear aqua socks.
What?
I'd rather walk around.
This just sounds stupid.
I'm not wearing aqua socks. Maybe maybe in the springs, maybe where there's rocks all over the place. You want to wear some water shoes. Cool.
But if you can't see, you don't know where there's rocks.
There's a time and place, Leroy. There's a time and place.
No,
there's a time and place.
And guess what? I go to the beach. I don't have to worry about my feet getting hot. Yeah.
You're gonna have a weird tan too.
Wait a minute. Nick T said Leroy probably wears a swim cap even though he's bald. Might have one for his chin hair too. Could you imagine?
No. This is a question. Do you wear the aqua socks because you're scared of your feet, or you don't want to show off your toes? Is that the reason?
No, I don't care about showing off my toes. They are what they are. But I don't like the hot sand, and I don't like stepping on stuff. So I put the little aqua socks on. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. Like, I don't think you look cooler than me because you're barefoot.
I'm definitely enjoying nature more than you.
Yeah, you got your foot sliced open.
It was worth it because I didn't wear aqua socks, and I hung out with my buddy Ranger the rat.
Dude, can I just tell you, as many things as we've done together, right? This is where we part ways.
Hey, you don't want to hang out with capybaras?
No, and don't do that again.
Why?
Don't try to do the Spanish thing.
That's how that's how they sounded. That's their name.
No.
Capybara.
No. No, but I could just see him now, like trying to convince me. Come on, guy. No, it'll be fine. Let's go get in the water. No. And then try to make me take off my aqua socks.
Oh, we're not hanging out if you're wearing aqua socks. That's not happening.
Why? That's safe. You're just gonna step on stuff. Hence,
I just can't have you wearing aqua socks. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Wait.
At the beach?
Question. If we're standing in the water, nobody knows.
I'm gonna know.
And you still have to walk from your spot on the beach to the water and then
You
back.
ever,
People are going to see your aqua socks.
And Brittany, like, how awful does it feel when you're the squishiness of the aqua socks when you're walking out?
Terrible.
They're not squishy.
Oh yeah, they are.
No, they're not, because you are tight.
They're not tight. No, they soak in, and it's like it has this sound. Like that's you when you're walking by with your aqua socks.
Now all of a sudden you got supersonic hearing. Like that's fine, but guess what? I don't have a gash in my toe.
I got two
What
gashes.
happens to Tobin is like 1 in a million. Truthfully, it like never happens.
We'll take a break. Get back into some Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel looking ahead to the preseason. What's he looking for? We'll take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. If you guys want to see Zach Brown at the Sphere in Las Vegas, we got a great contest for you. He's going to be playing there this December, and we got a contest. All you got to do is log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQM for 1 hour, and you're into the contest. If you want more chances, you listen every day, and you might win. The winner receives a round-trip airfare to Las Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach. That's spelled Z-A-C. Odyssey.com/ZAC. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group for sponsoring this as well. Miami Marlins, they're rolling. They're back at it tonight, taking on the Astros. Sandy Alcántara is on the hill. He'll get going tonight, 6:40 from the Lone Depot Park. Meanwhile, the Dolphins officially signing Zach Sieler to a contract extension. Some injuries from the weekend as Austin Jackson got stepped on. He's going to be out for some weeks. The hope is he'll be back for week 1. Please be back for week 1. Please. Alec Ingold, by the way, also got hurt at practice today. He is in concussion protocol. Dolphins fullback. So
not a shocker.
Wish him a speedy
recovery. That's all he's doing is concussing himself.
Banging through.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaelan Phillips, he got leg whipped. They said it's a bruise. Might miss a day. He missed yesterday. Might miss another day of practice, a couple days. But Mike McDaniel not concerned with the Dolphins star pass rusher. But we do have the first preseason game coming up here, Leroy. And this is what Mike McDaniel had to say on the matchup and who needs the preseason game the most. Here's what Mike McDaniel had to say on that.
There's a lot of young players on our team trying to find their footing within the team. And, part of the great thing about this 2025 team, in particular with the young guys, is they have the drive, the will, and the mindset to find a place on the team. First opportunity to introduce yourself, establish yourself as a Dolphin, and then, in the vein of what you have to do at an expert level continually is assess and reapply and get better at things you didn't do and be dependable and all those things. So in that, there's a lot of young players, on both lines that I'm excited about. There is a plethora of, really we have them distributed throughout the whole team. I'm excited for first and second year players pretty much across the board on this team for week 1 of the preseason.
Whew.
Tell you what, he's in midseason form.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a preseason with his press conferences.
What was the question again? Who needs it the most?
I don't know. Who cares? Here was him saying that he's going to have his eyes on a lot of first and second year players.
There needs to be and will be guys that grow from game 1 to game 3. And this team is depending on that growth. So you get that starting point of that game like experience. And you find out so much more about people based on you have extensive practice relationship with them. And this is the first time it's the game. So my eyes are on the first and second year players across the board at every position, really.
Yeah, no one's playing of note in that first game.
If I may.
Sure.
What has been the biggest issue with this team?
Physicality?
Correct. You're telling me that basically you're just going to say, yeah, we're going to be physical, and the only people you want to see are the first and second year guys?
Well, they are doing joint.
Not the same.
They are doing joint practices.
You can't tackle.
So you want everybody going out there like the whole – I don't want Tua anywhere near the preseason.
It's not for Tua. It's not for the guy just handing off or the guy's just blocking up front.
The line's going to play.
Blocking up front.
The line's definitely good. I mean, we know Austin Jackson's not playing. He's out.
Yeah.
Everybody else is probably good. Maybe James Daniels doesn't play because he's working his way back. But
Okay, but you know what
psoriasis.
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. For this man to say, based on what happened last year and how physical we need to be moving forward, I want to see first and second year guys. You're making assumptions that aren't entirely accurate. You're
Yeah.
assuming that, we're just all of a sudden with all our other guys going to be more physical.
You know how it is that this preseason though now, man. Like if you give a rat's ass about one game, and that's everybody in the league. If you give a rat's about one game, yeah, if that's it.
Okay.
Like no one's playing in the first game, no one's playing in the second game.
In
The third game, excuse me.
Yeah. I
Second
got you.
game, people
All right,
will play.
but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Me personally, one of the biggest indicators of how you've changed, right? It's not the first team, right? It may not even be the backups. But if you see everybody that goes onto that field playing with a level of physicality, whether they're going to be on the team or not, then that is a perfect message as to if we overall as a group have gotten more physical, right? And so from that standpoint, if you're going to watch the preseason game, just look at those aspects of it, just to see, okay, what has been the messaging during camp? How do guys look? How are they attacking, the other side of the ball? Are we more physical? Because you can't say at any point in time last year that, this team's physical up front. You couldn't. On the defensive side, you could, but not on the offensive side. So no matter who's playing, if you can see a different intensity, right, then you'll know that his message is getting across.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the on like actual battles that you're looking for, like they certainly need to figure out like who are going to be the backup tackles that they trust, especially if Austin Jackson is going to miss time.
Yeah,
you need to figure out the other cornerback spot. It seems like Storm Duck has one of them locked up,
which is good,
which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But now that Cater Co, who's done for the season, you got to figure it out. I don't think it's going to be Cam Smith because
Hey, Dr. Toboggan said it perfectly. You can't flip the tough switch. You either are or you aren't. You can get better.
Is there any such? But like, wouldn't we mock them, Leroy? If they came out and they ran for 200 in the preseason, like, would anybody take that seriously?
It's not a matter of taking it serious. It's not a matter of taking it serious. It's a matter of getting an identity of how you're going to play football. That's it. Right? I'm not saying you can make anything of it, but I'm saying the mindset is there to play football a certain way. That's different than we've seen. And that's what you're looking for.
The Dolphins got the Bears Sunday at 1, and the Lions is their second preseason game. Man Campbell. This is, of course, Ben Johnson, who was their offensive coordinator. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Oh gosh,
man. We'll take a break. Mix things up in the mixed bag on the other side. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. We'll take you up until 2. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. I saw Joe Rose. Joe Rose is finally the big dog, finally on YouTube this morning. Was that his maiden voyage?
I don't know.
I think it was. Joe Rose, you can now watch on the YouTube and Twitch page, Miami 56 WQAM. Hockman and Crowder and Solana. Maybe they'll get the guts one day to stream live, huh, boys? Maybe. Big dog's doing it. Two feet in, 10 toes down. Streaming live. You, of course, can also catch a Sports Day there as well. And best of clips all on the YouTube and Twitch page. Check that on out. But let us get to that time of the show where we mix it on up. All right, the mixed bag here. We'll start off first with some breaking news in the mixed bag, which is not a soundbite, Leroy, but instead a tweet from one Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk has revealed, Leroy, that he is the cover athlete for NHL 26. Matthew Tkachuk. I don't know if there's an NHL curse, like a Madden curse. I don't know if that's a thing. So I'm hopeful that there isn't. But Matthew Tkachuk, he is the cover athlete for NHL 26 EA Sports. Congratulations to Matthew Tkachuk.
I don't know anybody that would say no to that in any sport.
Being the cover of a video game?
Yeah.
Who was it? Barry Bonds wasn't in the MLB video game, right? I don't think he was at the he had like a union dispute or something like that, or like he didn't sign his rights over. So there was a guy who was Barry Bonds but wasn't Barry Bonds.
You had to use
yeah, I forget who the guy was. I'm sure somebody in the chat will name it, but that was definitely a thing. That was definitely a thing. So, meanwhile, a guy who is always dealing with drama, Jerry Jones. This weekend, he officially got a trade request from Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons put out like a 3-page statement on Twitter. Tired of being on the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys were trying to negotiate with him without his agent this summer. And, he just feels like he's fed up. He's done. Here was Jerry Jones on where things stand with that.
As always, in any relationships, there are different moods at different times of your relationship. That's what it is. Don't lose any sleep over it.
So just to be
That's
clear,
the one thing I would say to our fans. Don't lose any sleep over it.
Don't lose any sleep over it.
I don't know, dude. They just have no idea. None. Like the problem is not that, okay? And let me repeat this. The problem is not that eventually they're going to pay him. The problem is you've done this with 4 or 5 guys that I can think of in recent years that ended up getting paid the highest at the position, and they ain't the best. So because you procrastinate and wait and try to play this stupid game, you end up overpaying just to have a guy on your team, when in fact, you could have got him for millions less if you had just redone it instead of being stubborn.
Well, I think the thing that's the strangest with this is, why does he have such a gripe with the agent? Like, why won't he speak to the agent? That's the thing that's strange.
Because he can't take advantage of the agent. That's why.
Like, that's the thing that's weird about it. It doesn't seem like it's a money thing. It's like, why don't you want to talk to the agent? It's like you had talks with Micah, and Micah's like, cool, can you talk to my agent? No, we can't do that. It's like, what? Why? It's so strange.
I'm telling you why.
No, I get it, but like this isn't like this hasn't been a story with Dak Prescott. This is like the Cowboys stringing along drama, definitely not new. They did that with Zeke, they did it with a ton of guys. But
they did it back as far as Emmitt Smith. Smith missed the first 2 games of the season. They lost, and then they signed Emmitt, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl that year.
I'm trying to figure out why his agent, David Mulligetta, who's pretty, I'd say other than Drew Rosenhaus, probably the most famous agent going right now. Like, why is there such a thing with Jerry Jones that he doesn't want to talk to Micah Parsons' agent? It seems like such strange behavior. I'm sure they've talked to other guys' agents
because he knows what he's going to have to pay. And if he can convince Micah without his agent to accept anything other than that, then he's made off. And that's why they do it. So they're going to say, hey, we can do this, we can do that. If you would just take 35 instead of 42.
Little slice off, Micah.
Right. But what they've done with all these players is they've gotten them to the point where they're so irritated, they don't care. They want all their money. And that's the part that Jerry Jones and his son don't understand. That you've made these situations more toxic than they need to be by playing all of these games with these players. And you've been doing it since you owned the Cowboys.
And I saw him also this week and be like, what you guys don't know is what I offered him. I'm like, I guess not enough though, dude. Wouldn't it have been done?
You're exactly correct. I know how much you offered him. Not enough. Because guess what? Micah is going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league next year. That's what everybody says.
Yep.
His agent is probably there too. So if Jerry thinks that ain't happening, then whatever. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I gave you the choice, say if I gave you a 5-year deal for $200 million with 110 guaranteed, or a 4-year contract for $35 million fully guaranteed.
I don't know. What?
So if you take a 5-year contract, right?
Okay.
For $200 million with 110 guaranteed.
Okay.
Or a 3 or 4-year contract for 35 a year, fully guaranteed.
35 a year, fully guaranteed. You said just 35 guaranteed. I was like, did you really ask
35
that?
a year.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the whole contract's going to be guaranteed.
Okay, so so you're saying like 130 guaranteed or 110 over 200, something like that.
Right.
But maybe it gets strung out.
Yeah.
I'd take the fully guaranteed deal.
Right. So I just think that
Or are you trying to Jedi mind trick me for a second?
No, to stretch it out, they have these.
That's probably what Jerry Jones did. He probably tried that trick on Micah Parsons. He goes, I got suitcase number 1 here, Micah. It's good, but it could be better in suitcase number 2. No agents. Your choice. Anyway.
No.
One guy who did sign his deal, Luka Dončić.
Yeah. Wait. See, yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, just because they don't sign it right away don't mean they're not going to sign it.
Look,
the number is the number.
He's a problem child anyway. Can't stay in shape. All right,
shape. You seen Luka?
Gluten-free Luka is a fad. Gluten-free Luka is a fad. It's not going to last. Trust me.
You couldn't even recognize him.
Just trust me. It's not going to last. He's going to go back to old Luka. He's going to go old. By the way, have you guys seen James Harden in China? Woo! He has not gotten to the offseason regimen yet.
Yeah, but Luka's just getting into his man body.
Well, we'll see.
When I saw that whole signing, instantly I heard in your voice, never wanted him.
Yeah,
wanted him, Jennifer.
That's what he does. So you like,
and I couldn't wait to hear it today.
I'll tell you who I do want because we'll get to that coming up. Sham's got some nuggets out there, or he just wants attention. I don't know. But Luka,
on to the next one, right?
That's how I move it. Luka, he talked to the media this weekend after signing his deal. 3 years, 165. He can opt out after 2 and then sign a gajillion, 400 million extension. But this is what he says on when he knew he wanted to be with the Lakers.
Honestly, my first and the moment was when my first game. I didn't play for 5-6 games. I don't know exactly how much, but the way they received me, the fans, the team, it was unbelievable. In that moment, I felt something different, so I was really excited.
Felt something different, Luka. Like, what did you think? What did you think they were going to be like? I'm skeptical of this guy. I don't know if he's going to work out in LA.
Luka, I don't see it.
I'm not sure. You guys see this with Luka? I don't know. Of course, the Lakers are going to do. What a low bar. This Luka, he's easily tricked.
You could trick me for 165 for 3 years anytime you want.
Man. Well.
Oh, by the way.
Yep.
I watch your favorite star on TV all weekend.
Who?
Huh? Matrix.
Who? Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He's good.
Matrix.
You didn't like it?
When you watch it the second time, because when I went to the movie theater to watch it, it took me 2 movies to realize they were in a computer.
I don't even think I've seen The Matrix since like high school.
Right? It's been a while.
It's been a while for me.
But they had them all in a row. That's what they do now on TNT.
Dude, you love TNT. Were you like watching golf and then just TNT is on? Like, how do you love Bones and all these shows from TNT?
Bones don't come on TNT no more.
I believe Bones is on Peacock now, actually.
Is it?
Wow. Yeah, my dad watches it.
Finally, the Hall of Fame was this weekend.
Glad you could join us, Jennifer.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame was this weekend. I didn't see much of it. I'm not
watching another show. No disrespect to the guys that got inducted. Kudos to them. I'm not watching it no more until Eric Metcalf gets in.
Really? You have a boycott going?
Boycott.
Did you just decide this?
No. It was further along. It was pushed further along by OJ McDuffie's tweet that said, I'm boycotting it until Richmond Webb gets in.
Wow.
And then I said, I feel the same way about Eric Metcalf.
How about that?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, I'll give you one piece if you don't mind.
No, go ahead. This has nothing to do with the people that have been inducted.
Mm-hmm.
I got much love for all of them. Right? This has nothing to do with that.
Sterling Sharp was inducted, and this was his moment on stage with his brother Shannon.
The last time I was here, you said that you were the only pro football player in the Hall of Fame that could say this, that you were the second best player in your own family. Well, I agree with that statement, but it would be a extreme privilege. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything athletically of value, but it would be my extreme pleasure for you to be the only player in the Pro Football Hall of Fame with 2 gold jackets. You see, you have to learn to follow before you can lead.
There you go. He handed him then his Hall of Fame jacket to his brother Shannon. And that was a Goosies Galore moment, of course.
It is. They've always gotten along really well. And people don't realize Sterling Sharp's career ended kind of like Michael Irving's.
With the neck.
Yeah. So it's crazy, though, because there's I can think of 3 players who didn't play very long that are in the Hall of Fame. One is Davis, the running back from Denver when they won the Super Bowl. Terrell Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling Sharp and Gale Sayers. Gale Sayers only played 6 or 7 years. So, it is even rarer to get in the Hall of Fame only playing 7 years.
I got the list of first-time eligibles for next year. You want to hear the class?
Yeah, we went over it.
Pretty loaded.
We went over it, and we kind of had. We can do it again. I would like your take on it.
Okay.
I'll go.
Yes, how many get in 5 get in every year usually?
I don't know.
4 or 5.
I don't know what the number is.
Well, Larry Fitzgerald's on it.
Yep, he's in.
He's in.
Yep.
Drew Brees,
And
he's in. Phillip Rivers.
No.
If Eli's not
You
in,
know
I don't
why?
think Phillip Rivers gets
Here.
to go in.
You can't put Phillip in before Eli.
Right.
And you can't put him in the same time as Drew Brees because the Chargers took Phillip Rivers over Drew Brees, and Drew Brees had a better career.
I don't think, Phillip Rivers is a no-go for me.
Right.
Jason Witten.
It's here. In a time where the position was truly tight end, it has now since moved to wide receiver, tight end. You know, so the anomaly, Jason Witten would be Kerry Kittles now. Not Kerry Kittles.
George Kittle?
George Kittle. Kerry Kittle's a basketball player. George Kittles. That's what Witten was. But now they don't necessarily do that. They catch all passes. So
Frank Gore. Frank Gore's got to get in.
Yes, he's third. He's third on all-time list.
Frank Gore's got to get in. So those are three first-timers that are shoo-ins, I feel like.
No, Witten's not a shoo-in.
No, I said Fitzgerald, Breeze, and Gore.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Agreed.
Pouncey twins?
No, not yet.
LaShawn McCoy?
No.
Greg Olson, Alex Smith, Des Bryant, Steven Gostowski?
Kicker? No.
Geno Atkins?
Nope.
Todd Gurley is eligible. Holy crap. Is he 30?
He's 31.
That's crazy.
Nope.
I feel like it's going to be those three and Eli Manning.
Eli Manning, yes. And then Phillip Rivers will get in next year.
Yeah. All right. That is the mixed bag. We'll take a break. Shams Charania. Maybe he wants attention. Maybe he knows something. I don't know.
No.
Could be something.
He wants your attention.
Could be. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to him. He's back at it. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program.
Somebody brought to my attention, maybe we ought to revisit this.
Sure.
Witten has 13,000 yards, 1,200 catches, and 74 touchdowns.
All right, so like, where does that put him in like the ranks of Antonio Gates? And because Antonio Gates
has 116. He has the record for most touchdowns. I don't know how many Tony Gonzalez has.
I just don't.
But when you think of Witten, think about Tony Gonzalez. The yards is like, when you think of Witten, you think more of an in the line of scrimmage guy, not a guy that catches a lot of passes. But he's got a lot of catches.
I'm not saying Jason Witten can't be a Hall of Famer. He might be a Hall of Famer. I think with that class and those 3 guys, he's not in the echelon of those 3 guys. And then Eli's not in yet. Like, I think he'll get in. I just don't think he's a first ballot guy. With that class.
I don't make a big deal of first. You're either a Hall of Famer or you're not.
No, that's not true. I mean, because some people whiff.
I mean, obviously, I know it's not
Some
true.
people get stupid. Like,
obviously, what about what they did with T.O.?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Schmieden says you're forgetting the most important part, which is he's a cowboy. That definitely does give you the rub.
Now, does that give you a good rub or a bad rub?
Well, if you want to be a broadcaster, it gives you the good rub because they'll throw anybody who was a cowboy. And remember how bad he was in Monday Night Football? Wow. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. The #1 Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Marlins, they're back at it tonight, 6:40 against the Houston Astros. Fresh off the Marlins sweep of the Yankees, fresh off the Astros getting swept by the Red Sox. Red Sox jumped the Yankees this weekend. Did you see at the end, Leroy, see the Marlins fans were serenading the Yankees fans leaving with Sweet Caroline, the Red Sox 7th inning stretch song? That's good. Hey, Dre. What's up, man? Sandy on the hill tonight. 6:40 is your first pitch.
I think Sandy's must watch now.
Have to.
Check him out. See if he's going to keep it going.
Kelly Saco joined us early. If you guys missed it, we'll bring that to you later on this hour. She gives a great breakdown of all things going on with the hottest team in baseball.
That means Jennifer gets a 45-minute show.
I've been here the whole time. Okay, you need to relax. Okay, I've been here since 9:45, sitting down on my computer.
Wait. You need to relax.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tobin, you watched Happy Gilmore too, didn't you?
I did.
I had golf friends who watched it, didn't realize that was Bad Bunny.
Really?
What? Really?
How?
I'm like, what do you, I said, dude, Bad Bunny might be one of the biggest stars out there. Biggest. I said, think of Taylor Swift, and then Bad Bunny.
They just thought he was an actor?
No, huh? Well, they just didn't recognize him.
Interesting.
Yep. Or I know a lot of non-golf people that thought Will Zalatoris was actually the caddy.
They thought it was the caddy? That's funny. This is interesting. So Shams Charania, familiar with him?
You're familiar with him because he said something you like.
I didn't say anything I like. I don't know what to make of what he said. You know, I'm not going to sit here and just put judgment on what he said until we hear what he said. So I don't know if I like it, if I don't like it. You know, don't put words in my mouth. I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Now, do I hate what he said? I wouldn't say that I hate what he said, but he was discussing Giannis today on Get Up, and he said, even here in August, that Giannis staying in Milwaukee, not exactly a done deal. Here was Shams.
We're standing here. It's August 4th, right? Sources tell me there's still nothing set in stone about whether Giannis Antetokounmpo will stay in Milwaukee or whether he will be leaving. And so he's continuing to evaluate his future. I reported it in mid-May that he's evaluating whether his best fit is in Milwaukee or is it elsewhere? And that process is continuing. There's been some very real conversations over the last week or so. The constant question that Giannis has, though, is can I win a championship with this roster? Is this roster going to be one for this upcoming year and 2026-27? He wants to win a second championship. So he's asking that question over and over. There are multiple teams waiting in the wings potentially.
Yeah. He said also today, the other thing that he pointed out was that there are teams literally like standing by, waiting for Giannis to ask out of Milwaukee. Now, could be something, could be nothing. I don't know, because Shams has promised the craziest summer ever, which it has not been.
No,
you lied to me, Shams, thus far. If Giannis did ask out and LeBron asked out, then that would lead to perhaps the craziest summer ever. But so far, I got Norman Powell and Kevin Durant changing teams. So I don't think it qualifies this far. Though I am excited about Norman Powell.
I think so.
Do you think Shams, because here's the thing. We talked about this when the Miles Turner, Damian Lillard thing happened. And it was like, I'd be pretty hard-pressed to believe that the Bucks would make that move not knowing that Giannis is staying in Milwaukee. Because that's a crazy move to make. You're going to have $20 million a dead cap and then sign a center and basically sign him for $30 more million. You're going to have $50+ million sunk into this position and not know that Giannis is sticking around. That's pretty hard to believe, isn't it, Leroy?
It is. And I think that sometimes people tell stories that are possibilities but have no chance of happening. And I would say this. If Milwaukee lets Giannis out of their control without receiving something ridiculous, I mean ridiculous, then whoever's running that team should be fired. Simple as that.
That guy got an extension. Dolphin Kane says, don't believe Shams, believe Christos. Oh, we should get Christos on. Hello, bum?
How is he?
Bum?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. We haven't talked to him.
I know.
Hello, bum?
Hello, bum?
How are you good at basketball? And also, what did it mean to win this game? I love that guy, man. That was the greatest part of the pandemic. We may have had our world rocked, but we got to meet Christos in his NBA coverage. Hello, bum?
Hello, bum?
How you dunk the ball? And also, how good it feel to dunk the ball? Love that guy, man. Hello, bum? Bam, by the way, he seems pretty fired up about the Norman Powell stuff this weekend. He had his camp at Slam Miami for his foundation this weekend, and gave his thoughts on the Heat getting Norman Powell, and he says it's going to give him a new dynamic. He's excited about that. I was. What are you looking at your phone, by the way? Is everything okay?
I had to fill something out.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure everything's all right.
I'm listening, though. I'm paying attention. It's
Kind
auto.
of.
It's
Kind
auto.
Kind
auto.
of. Not actively.
A little bum.
You can't just come back with the Christos.
He had already passed Christos.
Hey, so I know who I'm going to look for when I go to England.
Who?
I'm going to try to find our Marlins guy.
Peter?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let him know. Say, hey, look out for Leroy. Maybe the Marlins will be in the midst of a postseason run. When is that game?
October 5th.
Right there in the middle of the playoffs. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Want to let you know one more time today, we got a great contest going on out there. If you guys like the Zach Brown Band, you guys can win tickets to see them at the Sphere in Las Vegas. All you got to do is log on to the Odyssey app, listen to us for 1 hour, and you're entered. And you can do it every single day to get more entries into the contest, because it is a national contest. It's going to be amongst all the Odyssey stations, but I mean, it's the easiest contest you've ever entered because you guys are listening to us anyway. So all you got to do, log on, listen for an hour, boom, you're in. That's it. That's all you got to do. You listen every day, and you just might win. Winner receives a round trip to Las Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach. That's odyssey.com/ZAC. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group. It is a Monday. We're going to bring you Kelly Saco coming up later on this hour as we'll break down all things Miami Marlins with the Miami Marlins reporter for Fanduel Sports Florida. Although you'll be able to hear on the Marlins radio network for this homestand if you want to hear her call. But let us get to a little all right. Oh, no. I don't know where Leroy is. He's just vanished. It's okay, though. We'll storm on.
Got up as soon as
It's got to be something with the dogs, probably chasing a delivery guy. Anyway, my all right is going to go to Kyle Stowers. He was just named National League Player of the Month for the month of July, killing it. A monster grand slam in the Marlins 13-12 comeback. I don't know if you'll see a better baseball game than that. I legitimately that was one of the best games you'll ever see. The Marlins came back 3 different times. They were down at 1.6-0. They were down 9-4. Kyle Stowers made it 9-8 with his grand salami. And Javier Sanoja then hit a ding-dong. He went oppo taco. He went to left. He hit home runs on to both sides of the park. And then you got Xavier Edwards hitting it to right field. Dude completely botches it in right field. He ends up on third base. And then Agustin Ramirez hits it 2 feet, and the Marlins win 13-12. It was incredible. It was goosies galore. The game was just absolutely electric. The building was electric. But Kyle Stowers has been the catalyst for all of it, even though I could go with 9 different Marlins to get my all right for the weekend. But this dude has been the absolute spark for all of it, and he's having an awesome season. My oh no goes to Austin Jackson because he got stepped on. And now because he stepped on, I'm nervous because he protects Tua's blind side, and he also has not been the most durable player in his career. And so now I got to sit here all nervous all camp, hoping that the Miami Dolphins starting right tackle will be back. Mind you, I'm not criticizing him for getting hurt. I'm just upset that he's hurt, and that's why it's my oh no. If it was upset, I would give him a game bump, but that's not my game. That's Leroy's game. So he's not getting my game bump. He's just getting my oh no, because that was my reaction exactly when I found out that he was hurt, and that I have to now sit here the entire training camp and hope to God that the starting right tackle will be back for week 1. You okay?
I'm fine.
What's your all right and oh no, Leroy?
So my all right is going to go to Cam Young, who has been runner-up on the PGA Tour 7 times and not won. He finally won this weekend, running away. It was cool to see, him finally get his victory. So that was really cool to watch. My oh no is going to go to Vlad.
Wow.
Oh no. Because he was talking so confident before the series. And Frog Boy said, it would be great. It would be great if they lose 8-0 on the second game or something like that.
Yep.
It was 2-0, but they got shut out. So I appreciate his confidence in the Yankees, but I think he was doing that overlooking what these Marlins have done. So I'm going to give him my oh no.
I like it. Jennifer?
So it's been a while since we have done the cup tracker.
Since I hold my head up high. It's been a while. Remember. All right, that's all I know.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are done. Awesome. So, like I was saying, it's been a very long time since we've done the cup tracker.
Yeah.
And so, Mackie Samoskevich, our friend of the show, he took it to his hometown in Connecticut this weekend.
He did. He took it to his hometown in Connecticut, and I believe he also took it to the Sandy Hook Memorial as well.
Oh, cool. All right.
Very nice, very humble, but gotta say, Jonah Gadjevich went ahead and bench pressed to Stanley Cup.
Doesn't he seem like Jonah Gadjevich would be a little more beefy, a little more burly, right?
I think hockey just does that.
Right. No, I know.
It's a whole illusion with the uniforms and stuff, but
no, everybody made fun of my big pads. Nobody said that about me.
Okay, Leroy, but that was an extreme.
Those pads are ridiculous.
That was crazy.
Everybody always says to me, I thought you were bigger.
Dude is literally a hermit crab on a field.
You know, I've been meaning to say this. Jennifer, we supposed to be cool. But every time a little jokey joke comes in my direction, you laugh the loudest. Lupe with the nose hair. You almost fell on the ground. And now this.
I'm glad you guys brought that
I
up.
should know here.
I almost found the ground.
Oh my God.
When?
The nose hair?
Oh, because laughing. Got it. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and go there, my oh no goes to you for plucking a nose hair in front of us.
Ooh.
What?
Oh no.
You did?
Right in front of us. And I had my lunch next to me, by the way, Tobin.
They go, you got this long hair sticking out of your nose. I went, boop.
For the longest time, it was just peeking out, staring at us. And then Lupe, being a good friend, went ahead and said,
No. Then why did you start laughing if you was being a good friend?
You have a long white hair coming out of your nose. And it's like, it was almost at his mouth.
No, it was like I've seen it the last couple of the shows.
Exactly. So you know what? We told him.
You can't let me out in public like that.
Your choice. I don't know. If you want to have long hair coming out of your nose, but no, it looked like Gandalf was coming out of your nose.
Worst part is that he gets offended and then he just rips it out in front of us.
Now you gotta.
And then we don't know where it went.
You gotta run a mower through that thing.
See what you
then
did?
he went ahead and blamed me.
You gave me
for
the
it.
oh no.
I didn't do that. I'm not the nose hair that came out of your nose. It's weird.
You certainly yucked it up though.
It was funny because she noticed it too.
Oh, so you've known. You've
I
known.
had seen it, but I didn't say
You've
anything.
known and you say nothing.
It's normal with you.
Is that when I say hi, you stare? Like
it says hi
still
back.
there. Still there.
Schmeathan says Leroy's nose hair is running deep routes.
Well, it just ran an out route because I snatched it out.
And then he went home and he got the little razor thing and just shaved his entire nose, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have the nostril thing, or you could do that.
No, I do the scissors.
Horrible.
Oh, you do scissors?
Yeah.
All right.
And I got my ear hairs too, because you made a comment about those.
So glad you got your ears.
See what I'm saying? Wait, I'm the oh no. Listen to that. I had to go in the bathroom and cry.
Hey, listen, there's no shame in it. I got a forest growing out of there every once in a while. You got to keep it right. I mean, it doesn't, stand out as much as your
Welcome to the show, Brittany.
Brittany, what's your all right no for today?
Okay, my all right goes to the Marlins just for the simple fact that I went to Disney this weekend with two of my friends who are major Yankee fans and who missed the series because we were going to Disney. And it was so fun to watch them, like, as we were in Disney, just track the games, and just their disappointment was just amazing. And when the final sweep happened yesterday on the way home. They had a full-blown crash out, and it was very entertaining. So
that's good.
my all right goes, yeah, it was really good. It was really good. So that's my all right.
Went to Disney?
I did go to Disney.
I thought grown folks went to Universal instead of Disney.
No, I mean, I go to Universal sometimes too, but I decided I haven't been like since I was 17, I think.
Did you go to the Magic Kingdom?
I went to Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios because I'm a big Star Wars fan. So I hadn't seen Galaxy's Edge yet. So it's so good. Oh, so good. And like Disney really is just like my all right because it was so fun and so amazing. But anyways, not the point. My no, unfortunately, I do have to bring up F1 because there was an F1 race this weekend. I'm really sorry, Tobin. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Listen, it's your no. You can bring up whoever you want.
It has to happen. I may be talking to a wall on this one because I don't know if anyone cares about F1 in this chat.
What did Lewis Hamilton do this week?
With Lewis Hamilton, what did Ferrari do this weekend? That's the real question. What did Ferrari do this weekend? That is the real question. Charles Leclerc, which is the second driver for Ferrari, got pole position, bottled pole position, didn't even get on podium, finished P4, which was horrible strategy. It was just a horrible strategy from Ferrari, and I'm getting sick and tired of them. And then Lewis Hamilton was out in qualifying in this like second part of qualifying, so he didn't make it into the top 10 of the grid. Finished 16th, I think, or 14th, and it was just a disaster class by Ferrari. So they get my oh no. Ferrari as a whole gets my oh no, and they just re-signed their team principal. So things are going really good.
What is the team principal? Is that the leader?
Like the GM?
Essentially, yeah, he's the GM of the team. So
what does he do? He just walks around and be like, "The car looks very fast." Like what is the possible responsibility that guy has?
I watched the end of NASCAR and watched the guy with 2% gas, 2% fuel get like 10 laps in.
You watched NASCAR?
It was like the final laps, because that's when they start going crazy, and they go, I don't know if he's going to make it. 3 weeks ago in Detroit, he ran out of gas. So I'm like, let's see if he runs out of gas again.
Did you?
Somebody got to get fired if you run out of gas twice.
Did you see that the Braves and Reds played at a racetrack?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes, they did.
It was cool.
It's cool. I'm not a NASCAR girl. I'm F1, so I don't really care about NASCAR.
I like when they play baseball
fun
games.
races.
Remember the Field of Dreams?
Yeah,
it was a little too much, but it was cool, right? It's kind of like the hockey equivalent of playing in like at Michigan.
Oh, I can't wait for them to.
And they play in Marlins Park this year. That's cool, right?
I can't wait for the Winter Classic down here.
That's it. So I like it. There is a golf course in the middle of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
There is?
They play a tournament.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that at all.
Yep.
I was unaware. By the way, also an all right goes to me because the Miami Heat.
You pet a capybara. That's why.
Oh, I did. I did my boy Ranger, the sweetest. And the Miami Heat have just tweeted out a picture of handsome Pelle Larsson with the caption, Swedish swish.
Oh, they used it.
Yes.
Oh, did they tag you though?
No, they didn't. They never give me credit, Jennifer.
Wait,
they never.
They should have went Swisher Swede.
Well, they didn't. They picked mine.
Vlad will know what I'm saying.
Well, this is about Tobin.
The Swisher Sweets.
I'm aware. We've been over this.
Yeah. They stole it. That's right.
Wow.
We need to.
I mean, one doesn't have to call it stolen. I mean, perhaps a trade could be made.
You need credit, though. You need
if we could hearken out to the beloved friends that we have at the Miami Heat, we will take Pelle Larsson jerseys in exchange for our intellectual property.
That's a good trade.
I think that's a good trade. If you would like to send to the studio, perhaps if you want to use Tobe's intellectual property for another time, then perhaps we could make a tradesies
and put Swedish Swish on the back of it.
Whatever. I don't care. I'll go nickname. I'll go Larson on the back. Either one. But he is getting set.
One Heat jersey. Who would you get
right now?
Right now.
Got to be a current player?
Don't matter.
Got UD. I got D Wade. Jovic, dude.
Jovic.
That's my guy.
There's two players that I would get. One, we all know, and the other one, because you know how much I love this dude. I get Glenn Rice.
Yep.
Because we went to school together, right? And
What's funny is that I'm out here talking about how I have a signed picture of Glenn Rice, and you were like, you basically wrote it all off. You're like, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have that. And now
I would get a Glenn Rice jersey. And Tobin knows who my other jersey would be.
Oladipo?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. They probably got some of those lying around.
I know. I don't know what it is. From the beginning of his career, I've always been a fan.
All right, we'll take for the IP there, Miami Heat. I'll take a Pella Larson and Leroy Victor Oladipo. We know you guys got to have some of those lying around. That is all right. No. We're going to talk a little fish. Kelly Saco from Fanduel Sports, Florida. She joins us next. What an incredible weekend it was down at Lone Depot Park. And we're going to get more in depth with it now. We're going to go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And you can visit them at toyotaofhollywood.com. And there from Fanduel Sports Florida, Miami Marlins reporter Kelly Saco joining us there on the program. Kelly, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Excited to talk about the Marlins.
Yeah,
they're on fire right now. This was Kelly, that was an incredible weekend. Just all of it. Just, I guess, just big picture. Like, what did these 3 games feel like? Because the atmosphere was incredible. The guys were, just up for the challenge. They've been playing incredible right now. What stood out to you from this weekend?
I think a little bit of everything, really. The way that this young team handled that environment was just bar none. They saw that, and they saw that as an opportunity to be like, okay, hey, we've got this audience. Let's show everybody what we've already known all season. We are a real baseball team. We are a good baseball team, and now we're going to prove it in front of everyone. That's exactly what they did.
When you one of the things that I've been loving on the post game interviews, they're all kind of doing it together. They kind of got like an OKC Thunder vibe going on to them right now. Like they all seem like they're in on it together. How much have you seen that grow over these last 6 weeks where they've been getting just playing great baseball, the cohesiveness they seem to have as a team?
Yeah, that really is the biggest thing about this team this season. It's not just one guy that they rely on. It's everybody. Everyone has gotten in on the action. And I think it really speaks to the fact that this team, they're so young. All of these guys are going through a lot of new things all at the same time, and they've all really united. They're going through it together, and they really do love each other. It's got such a great chemistry in that clubhouse, and you can see it on the field. And when one guy has a bad day, Jansen Junk, he has been phenomenal for the Marlins in the starting rotation. Was originally supposed to be a guy out of the bullpen, came out on that Friday night game, struggled, gave up the 6 runs against the Yankees, but his hitters picked him up in that situation. This is a guy whose pitching had been phenomenal, and he had picked up the hitters in the first time. So it's like when one guy has a bad game, there's always going to be somebody new to pick them up. So again, it's not just the same guy that we're interviewing, we're talking to every single day. It's really up and down that lineup. Off the bench, a guy like Javi Sanoja, who is,
my God,
he's 150 pounds soaking wet, guys. He hit 2 home runs, one right down the right field line, another one right down the left field line in that big win on Friday. I mean, it's somebody different every single day, and it's really been so much fun. Again, this is a group that really loves each other. They support each other, and that's a really big reason why they're having so much success, because they're really behind each other day in and day out.
Kelly, do you kind of have the feeling that this is going to be like not a short-term thing? Because we've seen the Marlins over the years, soon as a young prospect or a young player starts to find his way and gets really good, then we trade him for new prospects, and the prospects never pan out, very rarely. Does this look like a team or organization that says, you know what, we got some young players, they're all starting to grow together, let's see where this goes?
What you're looking at are the prospects that we got from all the trades that they made last year.
Right.
And that's speaking towards it. This is Peter and his team deserve so much credit.
Absolutely.
I understand. Listen, everyone understands the fans' frustration. I was born and raised here in South Florida, in Miami. So we get it. We understand that, okay, you're trading everyone over. Is this actually going to work this time? Everyone understands the frustration. But Peter and his team really hit. I mean, look what they got. Trevor Rogers, love him to death, having a good season. He's starting to turn things around with Baltimore. We got Kyle Stowers. We got Connor Norby. And we got another guy in that trade. And look at what a big piece. Connor Norby on the IL right now, out for the rest of the season. But Kyle Stowers has meant so much to this team, not just on what he's doing offensively, but also he's become such a leader in the turnaround. And these guys see things in these players that you don't necessarily see from the results. They like to look at things like chase rate, walk rate. A guy like Marcy, who came over in the Luis Arraez trade. This guy's been on base in his first 3 big league games 8 times. He's got 3 doubles and a triple. He's walked 5 times. I mean, it's incredible. Those are the things that they say, okay, we see the quality in these guys, and we're going to develop those because we believe that these qualities will add up to successful big league players, and we're starting to see it. Peter deserves a lot of credit. This coaching staff deserves a lot of credit. And of course, the players deserve a lot of credit because they're in there putting in the work. But again, you asked, is this going to be a long-term thing? Look at their minor leagues. We've got one of the best pitching staffs right now in Major League Baseball. That's really what they've been riding on over this last couple of months. Mm-hmm. We have even more pitching in the minor leagues. There's more guys coming up who are doing things that have never been done across Major League Baseball in the minor leagues. You got Thomas White, you got Robbie Snelling, guys who are waiting still for their opportunity, who are dominating at the minor league level. That's something this organization did not have in the past. They would have some pieces at the major league level, but they had nothing coming up behind them. So that's what Peter and his team has really done. They've stocked up that minor league level. So this could be a long-term thing and not just a short-term thing.
What was the vibes like coming into Friday? Because we get the news that Sandy's not getting dealt, Edward Cabrera's not getting dealt, and so there is kind of a level of confidence that comes there from the front office too, that they're going to kind of roll the dice on this. So did you feel like, that meant something to the team that they kept? I know, Jesus Sanchez got dealt, but keeping Sandy, who's such a leader for this team, and Edward is having such a great season, what do you feel like that did for them?
When you asked me that, I literally got chills because knowing how excited this group was to stay together, like I mentioned, they love each other. Sandy wants to be here. Edward Cabrera wants to be here. There are guys in the past didn't want to be here. These guys want to be in Miami. They believe in what they have going on here. When Sandy came into the clubhouse, he went straight into the offices, hugged all the coaches, hugged everyone. I have not seen such a happy Sandy Alcántara all season. He was so thrilled. And he has gone through so much, guys. Yeah. He's coming off Tommy John surgery. This is someone who has worked harder at taking care of his body and at his craft more than anyone I've ever seen. So coming back the way he did and the struggles he did was really not anticipated. So coming through that and then knowing in the back of his head, all these trade rumors, he told me that the entire day he just had he was just on his phone looking at his rumors. His name keeps popping up. He said once that all ended, he could take a deep breath. He's going to start today. He's coming off of 2 really good starts. I really do believe that now that that's in the past for him, it's really going to unlock something for him moving forward. So again, he was so happy. We've got video of Edward Cabrera hugging all the coaches too on the mound after his session, his bullpen session that they had, his live session on the field. These guys are happy to be here. They want to be here. They believe in what they have together and they want to see it through.
Can we stop saying same old Marlins? Because it does seem to be like they not only have a short-term plan, but it seems like they have a long-term plan. And even though they're considered to be a cheap franchise and not spending a lot of money, you can't be disappointed by the product. You can't you cannot watch the Marlins and be excited and enthusiastic and know that your team has a chance to win every night.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Look what this team did against the New York Yankees.
Never done it.
They have the best. This is a wonderful stat that I got from our radio guy, Jack McKeon. There's only one team in Major League Baseball who has a winning record at both the regular season and the postseason against the New York Yankees. That team's the Miami Marlins.
It was great. And you weren't losing on Jack McKeon Day either. I mean,
how perfect. And that's another thing that's just like so poetic, right?
Oh,
Jack
it was so
McKeon,
good. It was listening to him and Tommy Hutton just chop it up in the booth yesterday. It was so great. I mean, it was just like, it was almost like the game wasn't even going on, that he was just like reminiscing. I can't believe at 94 years old how sharp he is and like how much stuff he can still pick up. It was crazy.
I love it. I talked to so many guys leading up to it. I talked to Juan Pierre. I talked to Dontrelle Willis just about the leader that Jack McKeon was. And they were just gushing about him. I told the story on air last night, but Dontrelle Willis, he was obviously a pivotal part of that 2003 World Series championship team, rookie of the year, an all-star, finished the regular season with like a 3.3 ERA. Postseason, though, if the fans might not remember, really struggled. His first 4 outings gave up 12 earned runs. He was really down in his luck going into that Yankees World Series. Jack McKeon came to where he was sitting on the plane and said, "Hey, listen, we don't win this thing without you. We don't win this without you." And Dontrelle told me that gave him all the confidence in the world that he can go forward and not be worried that he's going to mess everything up for everyone. And he went on to pitch 3 2/3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen against that Yankees team, that 2003 World Series championship team. Juan Pierre told me that guy that Jack McKeon was so much older than this young team. They used to call him grandpa, but he had such a way of leading with a stern hand, but loving you just as much, holding them accountable, but also putting an arm around them and saying, hey, I got you and I believe in you. And it was just really, really great honoring him. It was great seeing them complete the sweep. First time in Marlins history, a 3-game sweep of the New York Yankees. And how fittingly so. Those 2003 Marlins were 16 games under 500 when they came back and they won that World Series. This Marlins team, 16 games under 500. They're now back at 500 for the first time since April 15th. So it's incredible, like the parallels between those two teams.
There's no team really running away with it like in years past. I mean, you look at, I think the best record in baseball was the Brewers. They were like, what, 66-44. That's only 11 games. And so although we're sitting here looking like, because normally it takes 95, like it might not take that much to get into the postseason.
So that's funny that you mentioned the Brewers. So the Brewers, hottest team in Major League Baseball when the Marlins went into Milwaukee. Marlins took 2 of those 3 games. Marlins were walked off on that Sunday game. I have never seen this team angrier after they did not sweep the best team in Major League Baseball. They have a new expectation. I asked this to Clayton. They have now won 6 consecutive series. That ties a franchise record from the 1997 team, which was stacked, right? The 1997 Marlins team. Mm-hmm. That team was supposed to win, okay? They built that team to win. They tied their franchise record. I asked Clayton McCullough what changed over these last 6 series. He said, there's a new expectation that they hold themselves to. They show up to the ballpark expecting to win baseball games. So when they left Milwaukee and they didn't sweep, they were angry. They're like, we should have swept this team. We're looking at them like, that's the hottest team in Major League Baseball. Edward Cabrera laughed. Not Edward Cabrera, it was Eury Perez. I was about to interview him and I was just kind of giving him a little background in Spanish of what we're going to talk about. And I was like, we're talking about playing against the hottest team in baseball. He laughed and cut me off and goes, hottest team in baseball? We're the hottest team in baseball.
I
Love that confidence. I was like, Yuri, that's what I like to hear.
And he's another, like, I think the one thing that I love about having Sandy still around, he's still so young. Like, I'm happy that he's still got, that he still got Sandy around, Kelly, to lean on. Like, because this is going to be a grind for him when he gets down to August, September, and I just feel like it's important to have somebody to lean on like Sandy, and it's going to be so beneficial because he's been dealing lately. It's been very impressive to see what Perez has been doing.
He's got a 2.7 ERA. People aren't talking about him. They're talking about Jake Misarowski. No offense to him. Again, great. You've got Paul Skeens. Again, a couple really young, great arms. No one's talking about Eury Perez. He's younger than them. Right. And he's coming off Tommy John surgery. It's incredible. It's like they almost forgot about him, which is fine. And these guys are so fine with that. They're like, all right, forget about us. That's fine. We're okay with that. We believe in us. No one believed in us. We believe in us. That's all that matters. And you make a great point too. Sandy has become not just a best friend, a mentor to Eury. Eury had been wearing Sandy's glove the entire season as a tribute to Sandy because he didn't know how much longer they would be playing together. And he had gone to Sandy and said, hey, I want your glove. And Sandy's like, wait, I've got a lot of personal messages on this. He goes, exactly. He goes, I want something as a tribute to you and what you have meant to me as a teammate and as a friend. And the fact that I'm allowed to wear your glove out there with all the personal tributes that Sandy has to his family members, he goes, that is an honor, and I want to honor you, and I don't know how much longer we're going to be playing together. And that was something that happened in the beginning of the season.
So they all thought he was going to get traded.
Everyone thought he was going to
get traded. Kelly,
look at the tea leaves.
I know you can. Were you thinking like us? I'm like, man, Sandy's struggling. Probably means he's not going to get traded.
I mean, you think, okay, listen, I was thinking more of the lines of Peter and his team know what Sandy is worth despite the struggles.
Go ahead.
Despite the struggles. And they're not going to let the 2022 Cy Young Award winner walk for a bucket of baseballs. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And they're like, oh, okay, you guys are going to say Sandy's struggling and he's not worth this? Absolutely not.
You believe me now? You believe me now, Tobin? I said the same.
I love the fact that you are acting like you're Ken Rosenthal all of a sudden, like you were in the hot stove of what was going on. I'm telling you, on trade day, everybody was scaring me because they're like, there's monster Yankees trades. They're snooping around. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get this news, and I didn't get relief until like 5:45 when Mish tweeted out that he wasn't getting traded. I was terrified he was gonna get dealt.
But here's the difference, and I think everybody should understand this. Here's what I see is the difference. Is that years past, Sandy would have got traded even if it was for a bag of donuts. They would have because they would have said, okay, we don't want to pay whatever we're paying. But Peter went into it saying, this is what he's worth to us. We're not taking anything less than that. And if not, we're fine keeping him. That's a big change.
Absolutely. I agree. Peter and his team deserve a lot of credit. They really do.
In the midst of it, one of his best trades they did make, you mentioned Kyle Stowers. As we're doing this, it was just announced that he's National League Player of the Month.
Yes, I had to sit on that one to make sure it was announced. Yes. I was like, okay, right before we leave, I'll announce that. But yes, Kyle Stowers, so deserving what he has done. It makes it even more impressive, given what the struggles that he had coming over from Baltimore in 2024. He struggled mightily. He was very, very open about his struggles too. People forget the personal side to this. He had to move him and his wife, his young guy, over to Miami. You're learning a new league. You're trying to find somewhere to live. You're trying to get your feet under you. You're learning an entire new team, a new coaching staff. There's so much that goes into it. It's not easy. Kyle Stowers struggled mightily during spring training. And I'm going to tell this story because I think it's phenomenal. And again, the coaching staff deserves so much credit. Kyle deserves so much credit. Kyle was putting so much work in during spring training, wasn't seeing the results. Okay. He was going through it, and he gets a call from our assistant hitting coach, Derek Sherman. And Derek calls him up and says, hey, on an off day, hey, how you doing? You panicking a little bit? Kyle's like, I wouldn't say I'm panicking, but whatever it is you think I feel, I'm probably feeling right now. And Derek Sherman was like, okay, you know what? How about this? Come in tomorrow early. Come in an hour early. Before everyone's here, let's work. Let's do that. He came in early. 45 minutes, he sat down there with Pedro, our head hitting coach, and Derek Sherman. And they instilled their confidence in him. And they said, we believe in you. Okay? The results are going to come. What you're doing in the cages, what you're doing in batting practice, it's showing us that the results are going to come. We promise. And we believe in you. We don't care about these spring training numbers right now. We're seeing the work you're putting in. We believe that you can do this. Kyle said that changed everything for him. Knowing that he had them like in his corner, really changed. It's like, okay. And it helped him take a deep breath. Look what he's done. He's the National League Player of the Month. 10 of his 25 home runs have come in the month of July. He had a 3-homer game against his former team, heading to the All-Star game. I mean, how poetic is that? That team trades you. You hit 3 home runs against them, and then you hop on a plane to your first All-Star game. Yeah. He's become a leader. And just what he has done on the field speaks for itself. It really does. And it couldn't happen to a better person, too. What a good human being Kyle Stowers is.
Kelly, we appreciate all the time. What can everybody check out from you this week on the Marlins broadcasts?
I will be on radio for these next 3 games, which we're going to be hosting the Houston Astros. But I'll be back on the television side on a very long road trip. We'll have 5 games in 4 days from Atlanta. So hopefully the Marlins can keep things going. I definitely believe they can.
Well, you do awesome work. Go check her out on the Marlins broadcast this weekend on the radio side of things, and then on FanDuel Sports Florida as well. You got Marlins and Astros tonight. Sandman on the hill. Kelly, thank you for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.